I see Rich and Jesse. Hello, hello, you two. Doing well, Jesse. How about you? Yes, Rich. I was feeling very wanting to hop on my live stream, and I didn't want to wait until 8 p.m. Central, so I figured I'd just hop right on. Hi, Ellen. Happy Wednesday. It's feeling like a Monday for me because I got back from my vacation yesterday afternoon, and then I started my first day of work today. So being the first day back, it feels like a Monday, even though it's Wednesday. Jesse says first like. Thank you for the like, Jesse. Your favorite Mexican says going on my night jog right now. Love it. I prefer to do my exercising after work. I have all my energy at the end of the day. So hope you enjoy your run. I am typing in my my poll question. This was a suggestion that I got a little bit ago. Thank you, Rich, for all those emojis, members only emojis. I see more comments. Ellen says, hope your vacation was relaxing and filled with friendship. It definitely was not relaxing, but it was filled with friendship. It was so busy, very tiring, but that's because it was catching up with people I hadn't seen in years, going to multiple events, traveling, commuting, flying, not getting a full night of sleep every night. So I'm surprisingly not as tired as I thought I would be today. I was able to get some pretty solid sleep, like 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep the last couple of nights, which for me is that's pretty, I can operate pretty much full speed on that amount of sleep. Hi, Ali or Ali. Maxine, hello. Almost done, guys. Oops. Trivia question is my favorite Mandela effect, if you've heard of that. Come on. All right, last one. Okay. Jesse says, oh no, Hannah didn't get 15 hours of sleep. I know. Yeah, I could feel this is how intense it is for me. If I get a couple nights of reduced sleep in a row, I start to sound pretty congested, and I'm zoning out. It's very physically noticeable when I have not gotten enough sleep for 2 or more nights, and I feel like it's my body actually starting to get sick. So I try to avoid that at all costs and get a full night of sleep every night, because it's just, I don't tolerate little sleep very well. Demir Bielich is back. Hello, Demir. Hi, Beat Route. Jesse says, the other night I got an hour-ish of sleep and felt like crap. Yeah, so would I. That is absolutely brutal. Oh, come on. Sorry. I'm almost done with my trivia question. But the keyboard is just working against me here. Come on. I hate when that happens. Okay. Guess my favorite Mandela effect. I love this question. I forget who suggested it, but it's so unique. Okay, here you guys go. Trivia question for you. All right, I'm seeing more people in here. Hello. Okay, Ellen says, totally get it. Vacation can definitely tend to be a catch-22. Yes. I was I'm not missing out on anything on this vacation. I'm gonna have a fun time, but also, you don't want to just get no sleep, because I quickly deteriorate. mentally and physically when I don't get enough sleep. And also too, it's a vacation. Like I took 3 PTO days from work for this vacation. So it's like, okay, I don't want to like be so burned out and then have to show up to work on Wednesday, like today, this week, and be absolutely like fried. You know, it like defeats the purpose of a vacation if you burn yourself out and then you like can't actually, or you don't want to work when you get back. Alonso SC says, you only slept 3 hours. Oof, yowza. Happy life, love seeing you here, hello. I get the Doja Cat comments all the time, beat route. Happy life, happy wife, says Rich. I do like cats. Beat route. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube channel name, which is Hannah in Health. So if you go over to Instagram and you search Hannah in Health, you will find my channel. I post a lot of the same content that I do on my YouTube channel. Also, can someone tell me, do you see, like if you're on mobile, if you're watching me on mobile live stream right now, can you see, like, does my username and does my username show at the top, and is there a white subscribe button at the top? What are you seeing? Hi Ahmad, my name is Hannah. Also guys, I'm gonna be making some pancakes tonight. I can't wait. You guys have seen these before. These pancakes are courtesy of this cookbook, the Run Fast, Eat Slow cookbook. It's written by 2 very elite distance runners, and they talk about what foods they enjoy eating as runners, as fuel and as recovery meals. Name but no button? Oh my gosh, this is so incredibly frustrating. I have no idea how to add the subscribe button. I researched it and looked and looked and looked, and I have no idea how to add the subscribe button at the top. I wonder if it's maybe like, does it show if you're not subscribed to me? The button is there for Moody. Okay, that's good to hear. Okay. Moody says yes. Okay, Happy Life says yes, but no button. Okay, you see it. Dang, this is so frustrating, guys. I went into the Apple Store, like the App Store on iPhone, and I updated the YouTube, like my YouTube app, because it needed an update. So I was hoping the update would help show my username. But I was on live streams today just trying to see what it actually looks like, because someone pointed it out. I think it might have been you, Rich, that I don't have the subscribe button showing at the top of my live streams. But I don't know. Oh, the button is there. Gotta click the 3 dots, then go to your channel to subscribe. Yeah, if anyone knows how to add it to my live streams. I found no answers today. Looking, like Googling AI, going on YouTube, typing it in, how to add a subscribe button on a live stream. Just couldn't figure it out. Also, thank you, Dylan Thomas O'Boyle, for gifting a membership to the channel. I love this because I'm working on my next members only video. Let's see who gets it. I wonder if it's waiting for someone that's a regular to come in here. Okay. Zafir, hello. Are you making anything tonight? Yes, I am making pancakes, Ellen. I don't see the button for real. Maybe it's my old Android phone, but I don't know. That's the other thing too. Like, anybody here who has a more updated phone, like if you have an iPhone 14, 15, 16, or you have like a Samsung, I don't know what they're on these days, like a 20, it's so confusing to me. Maybe I'll ask my sister. She has a pretty new iPhone. Chaco, your little brother, I see you. I'm not seeing who got Dylan Thomas O'Boyle's gifted membership yet. No, I think nobody. You already had a membership. Anelli España is here. You say, yes, ma'am. Okay. Moody Lark, yes. Yes, we see it. I'm subscribed so it doesn't show. Just scrolling, everyone has the white button. The white button is there for me. Justin Lang, I did enjoy the wedding. It was very fun. Whatever you want to believe, it's there. Nice. There's no subscribe button. Okay, Jack Winkle says Berenstein Bears. Yes and yes as a mobile watcher. Okay, that's helpful because I want the subscribe button to show up on mobile. So for example, I pull my own live stream up whenever I'm going live. I'll just show you. I've got like my own laptop here, like showing my live stream, so I can kind of see like, oh, I'm blurry, I'm glitching, like I'm off center, just to kind of correct myself. So the subscribe button does not show up on desktop, and it's not showing up for me. I want it to show up though for mobile, like on the mobile interface, because that's where more people watch. Name but no button. It's interesting, I'm getting such mixed results. Hi, Gigi from Pennsylvania. Okay. Buenas noches, Omar. Hi, Martello Modifies. I am back home from vacation. Hi, Robert O'Nellian. Hello. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Sans Z, or just Sans. The button is there. It's literally there. Okay, Wesley. Tenía deseo de verte. Who got? Okay, Dylan Thomas O'Boyle sent one Hand and Health gifted membership, but I don't think anybody got it. It's so weird. Hi, Kinley Bean. Thank you. Hi, Micah. Just a chill, they, them. Hello. Oh, Proud is here. It's there. I'm on Android. Okay. It's there if you're not subscribed. Okay. The thing is, I think most people are seeing the subscribe button because whenever I go on live stream, I always have a subscriber jump. Like last time I was live, I had a huge jump, but it always goes up after my live streams. And in my head, I'm like, okay, people are so fickle and they'll move from live to live that if there's not a button there, like there's no way I would be jumping subscribers for my live streams. It's there on mobile Android. Hi, Raquel. If they see the subscribe button, maybe hit it, see what happens. Hi, Carrie Pierce. Moody says, I subscribed, scrolled away, scrolled back, and now the button is gone. Okay, that is helpful to hear, Moody. Steve-O, hello. How was the flight back home? It was way, way, way better than the flight to Baltimore. The flight to Baltimore was honestly kind of scary. Very bumpy, very turbulent. We were flying into storms, and that's stressful, right? Like having a plane just like flying around and shaking. Yeah, pretty scary. Okay, I'm gonna just jump ahead and get into the TEFF pumpkin pancakes that I will be making. You guys, they are so good. I love this recipe. I've featured this recipe multiple times on my channel. Get off my grass says, you look like Doja Cat. I have gotten that multiple times. Any Mother's Day meals coming up on the weekend, Hannah? I am not planning on making any Mother's Day meals. I'm actually going out to brunch for Mother's Day at one of our favorite spots. Hi, Tim Wood. Flying to Cozumel on Monday. Safe travels, Steve-O. I'm glad you're back home safe. Thank you, Mike. OMG Lows look delicious. I know, they're so good. I'm very excited to make them. So the only thing is I struggle to keep this cookbook like open flat. How did the picture end up in jail? It was framed. Love it. Clever. Ready Man is here. Ism. Hello. Hi, Victor. Me gusta tu piel natural. Thank you. Gracias, Omar. Hi, Rohit Bench. Let's see. Alejandro is here. Me gusta tu cara. Stella is here. Hello, Stella. I remember you, Stella. You gifted memberships on, it was either my last one or the one before that one. It might have been the one on Friday. Alejandro is a member now. Martello Modifies is a member. Trolls is a member. Ahmad Hassan and Deadshot are all new members. Welcome, new members, you 5. Thank you, Stella. And if you're a brand new member, you've never been a member previously, head to my channel and look for the members only content that I've posted. There's like a growing archive of long form videos, short form videos, of like bonus stuff that you can see. So check it out. Fred is here. Fred US Marines, hello. Animal Realistic Story, hello. Rada Ali is saying, Stella, can you member me? I don't think you can specifically add a member. I think you got it, Hannah. If people hit subscribe button, it then goes away. Yes, I'm gonna say that it's solved. Oh my gosh, Stella, again. We've got 5 new members coming up. Brian is a member. Welcome, Brian. Hannah Camille, good to see you again. You're a member now. Moondust is a member. James Alex Cooper is a member. And Brian C. Welcome to you 5. And go check out the members only content that I've posted on my channel if you so desire. Crab with a Knife is saying, Fruit of the Loom absolutely used to have a cornucopia, right? I mean, when someone told me that that was a Mandela effect, I was like, there's no way that Fruit of the Loom did not have a cornucopia. But apparently it did not. Hi, Adam Jonas, thank you, an Animal Realistic Story. All right, let's get making these, pancakes, guys. What I'm gonna do first is make a vegan egg. Actually, I need 2 substitute eggs for this pancake recipe. So what I'm gonna do to make those substitute eggs is use this vegan egg replacer. So you mix this powder with water and it thickens up and it becomes a egg substitute. I need 2 egg substitutes, so that's what I'm gonna make right now. And I think it's 1 tablespoon of this with 2 tablespoons of water for each egg. So let me grab my water. My wallet is like an onion. Opening it makes me cry. Oh man. I suppose, yes, I can relate to that in some ways. I remember the basket more than anything. Same, right? That's why that Mandela effect specifically, it's like, it just seems like it cannot possibly be true that Fruit of the Loom did not have a cornucopia. It was even in Forrest Gump. Oh, interesting. Hi, Mianette. Villain Killin' Dylan is here. Good to see you. Thank you, Stella, for 5 more memberships. Yay. John Caravasilis got a membership. Harry got a membership. Robbie Keene, No Sage, and Louis-on Edits. All right. Thank you, Stella. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 newest members. There's 15 new members total from Stella. Thank you so much. Love to see it. Louis-on Edits. I am making pancakes, Carter W. Hi, Sava VR Jr. Yay, I see Louis-on Edits using the member emoji of me, circa age, I'm gonna say age 10. So I've got my 2, oops. Also, I didn't put on my apron. Chaco, your little brother says, I want a free membership. Well, there's no such thing as free memberships unless someone gifts you one, or you just happen to get a gifted membership in the chat. And as far as I know, it's not possible for someone to specifically give you a free membership. It just is whoever comes up in the chat after someone's gifted them. Rich with all the emojis. Yes, members, new members, you have so many emojis to choose from. I hope you have fun. Does the egg replacement have the same protein? Good question. I don't think it has the same protein, but that's where this comes into play. So I'm making pancakes with TEFF flour, and TEFF flour is a great source of protein, fiber, nutrients. So in some ways, these ingredients don't have as much protein and fiber, but in other ways, they're better than traditional pancakes. Let's see, okay. Delicious Pancakes. Alejandro is using CR7 and the Barclays Premier League logo. I love it. Okay, so let's get started with the egg substitute. So I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. Maybe I'll use a half tablespoon, just so I don't get this wet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, 6. Yeah, 7, 8. I second guessed myself there. All right, I missed a few comments here. I love all the cooking and everything, says Chalky Little Brother. Hi, Derwin the artist. You know I love your channel. Crab with a Knife was asking what kind of pancakes. I am making TEFF pumpkin pancakes. Rando, anyone in the chat mind helping me understand what a membership thing does? So memberships mean that you get access to exclusive content on my channel that only members can view. That's fair, plus breakfast for dinner is always a win. Yes, Ellen, I absolutely love breakfast for dinner. Brandon Preacher Green, hello. Memberships support the channel financially, but typically unlock special emojis in the chat too. Maybe some other stuff, yes. Tia Mohammadi is here. Asia Alexandria, I'm making some pancakes. Okay, so this is my substitute egg mixture off to the side. Now I get to make the batter, which I love doing. I'm gonna need 1.5 cups of TEFF flour. TEFF is native to Ethiopia, and I am half Ethiopian. Asia, thank you. Oh, mein Hase ist Name ist da. Ich bin wieder hier in meinem Revier, war nie wirklich weg, habe mich nur versteckt. Okay, alles gut. Mein Hase ist Name. So, let's get this opened up, shall we? And grab a knife. All right, so this is 1/2. I need 1.5. Hi, Tiam. So you're from Iran. Very cool. I have never been to Iran, but I've come close. I was in Azerbaijan almost 10 years ago. That's 1 cup and then 1.5. So 1 more of these half cups. Kennst du Herbert Grönemeyer? Nein. Ich kenne ihn nicht. Mein Hase ist Name. Wer ist das? Oh, proud, thank you. All right, so TEFF flour, done. Set that aside. What else do I need to add in here? Baking powder, pumpkin spice, cinnamon, and salt. Okay, I need to go and grab some ingredients. So we've got pumpkin spice, one of my all-time favorite spices. Ka'as is here. Can I see your kitchen knives? I like to judge lol. Sure, 1 second. Oh, proud, thank you. Will Boz, I'm making pancakes. Hi, okay, ja, KSIU, Asia with all the squirrel emojis. Das ist ein deutscher Sänger. Ich nenne dir gern mal 2, 3 Lieder von ihm, falls du Interesse hast. Ja, bitte. Yeah, I'd like to know the songs, because I don't know him. Oh, crab with a knife. You were saying you like to judge people's knives? Yes. I will grab my knife set very quickly. Oh. So this is a 17-piece knife set that I got as a brand collaboration. It has, so the larger knives are a bread knife. So bread knife with a serrated edge. This one is a chef's knife, 8 inches. And then on the other side, gotta be careful here. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta be careful. On the other side, there is this, what is this? I forget the names of all the knives. This one is a slicing knife. I don't use it as often. I probably would say I use this knife over here the most. This is just it's called a Santoku knife, and I use it to chop my veggies. Absolutely love it. And then there's steak knives that sit inside of the block. And then, 1 sec. There's a sharpener for the knives. There's a paring knife, which is great for peeling. This one is one I don't use that often, utility knife. God, you have to be so careful with these. And then scissors in the back. And I got this for free with the brand collab, so I'm very proud of this. Okay, back to this recipe. I don't have pets, fracked lithium. Hi, Vinky. Chalky, your little brother says, wow, big knives. David Macron, hello. Hi, Tony, good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you as well, David. Veggie Tales, that's not a bad set. You got that for free. Yep, it was a brand collab. They sent it to me. Villain Killing Dylan says, I had fried gator bites and I also made some mushroom spring rolls to die for. Wow, what a meal. I like that. Hi, Mustafa Khan, doing well. Just making some pancakes. I don't know how this little, like a little piece of something got in here. It's like a piece of paper towel or something. Odd. All right. Now 1 tablespoon of baking powder, which is back here. Dun da da da. Lovely baking powder. Next up. One running low. How much can I squeeze out of here? Oh man. Let's see. Ooh. If anything, I like to go a little over on baking powder just to help the rise of the pancake or whatever it is I'm baking. David Macron likes my earrings. Thank you. 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. So this lovely, lovely spice. It's so tasty. There's 1 tablespoon of this. Just gonna take the top off. Oh my God. It smells like Christmas. It's so good. 1 tablespoon, just double checking. Sometimes in the past, I've misread tablespoon, or I should say teaspoon as tablespoon. So I put in like way too much of a spice and then it just overpowers everything. Yeah, like this is a little too much. I'm gonna put some back. Okay. So, pumpkin spices in there. And what else did it want me to put in here? Cinnamon and salt. So I gotta grab those 2 things. Cinnamon. I'll do the cinnamon first. I think it said 1. Oh, come on. So annoying. There we go. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Lovely cinnamon. I'll give you an energy dollar if you can describe the difference between baking powder and baking soda and what roles they play chemically, speaking in baked goods. I could not explain that at a chemical level. I don't know. I can tell you how they taste differently, but I've mixed up. Do not think you can substitute baking powder for baking soda and vice versa, because the taste is horrible. But chemically, don't know the difference. Salt is next. There's a half. One pet peeve of mine while cooking is when you can't keep the recipe book open. 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Adrian is here. Hello. I'm doing well. Back from vacation. Had a pretty chill first day of work, like first day back at work. Baking soda is a rising agent that you use in baked goods. One rises vertically, other horizontally. Okay, bitte hol dein Notizblock raus. Herr Grünmeier, Männer, Mensch. Was soll das? Musik nun, wenn sie laut ist. Okay. I'll just write down Herbert. Kronmeier. See what's going on there, Herbert. All right. Altitude can affect baked goods up in the north. Yes, indeed. Back to reality. Yes, yes, that is totally correct, Adrian. Back to work. So I'm gonna mix together these dry ingredients. My darn recipe book just does not want to stay open unless I force it to. Oh, the smell of this. It's the cinnamon and the pumpkin spice. It's just heavenly. I love it so, so much. Might be my favorite pancake recipe, actually. Your book won't cooperate. I know, David. It's very annoying. Low-key hate that coming back from vacation feeling, although it's like during vacation everything's so carefree. I know, and then you're kind of like mentally preparing yourself. Like, I remember getting home yesterday and I logged into my computer because I just wanted to see, okay, what did I miss? And it's like, okay, how many emails am I gonna have waiting for me? What do I need to get caught up on? What's going on? What have people been talking about? Luckily, it wasn't too chaotic getting back into the flow, but I know what you mean, Adrian. Hi, Toast. Can we collab? Yes, yabba dabba doo. Back to reality. So true. Separate bowl. I'm gonna use this bowl right here. It says whisk together the eggs, which I already created. These are my vegan substitute eggs that I made using a powder. I also need to add one cup of pumpkin puree. I think that's the most fun ingredient in these pancakes is the organic pumpkin puree. So I need to open this. There's also milk, yogurt, honey, and I'll obviously be doing vegan versions of those. So for the yogurt, I have these lovely, I'm gonna be using one of these Coco June coconut milk yogurt cups. So this is a dairy-free yogurt. And what else? Almond milk is the other thing I need. I also have maple syrup I'm putting in here. Lovely maple syrup. I'm gonna clear away some of these dry ingredients just so it's not so cluttered. Maybe I'll do the milk first. Yeah. Hi, Jiraya YouTube. Nia is here. Hi, Toast, can we collab? Sava VR Jr. How come our bills can't go on vacation, man? I know, Adrian. It's like the world does not stop for your vacation. I had a thought like over vacation. I was like, did I pay that one bill? It was my, which utility? I think it was my heating and electric bill maybe. And I was like, I don't remember if it's like you totally are zoned out for your vacation, but it's like the utility companies don't care. You still need to pay your bills. How was the wedding? Did you get wasted? No, I did not get wasted at all. I did not drink that much, but I had a really, really fun time, David. Tim Graham, I am making pancakes. So I'm gonna first add this 1 3/4 cups of this unsweetened almond milk. And I think I'll do a measuring cup this into the eggs. So this is 1/4 cup. And then I will do 3 of these half cups. So, right? That's 1 1/2 and then 3/4. Yep. I might have picked too small of a bowl. Oops. 1, 2. I figured I could get away with this. We'll see. We'll see. 3. I might just get away with this. Like enough room in this bowl. And then I need to add, what else? This entire cup of vegan yogurt. I'll show you what it looks like. I love this. It has no added sugar. It looks like regular yogurt. It smells like regular yogurt. It does have like a prebiotic culture in it, like a lot of yogurts do. David says, bills are a part of life. Hi, Alejandro Oropeza. I'm one of those people that likes to lick the yogurt off of the lid. It's so good. I own a donut shop for over 20 years. I never mixed ingredients like this. Everything was pre-mixed bags or bucket. Makes sense if it's like restaurant scale. Oh my god, yum, you guys. So good. I love this yogurt. All right, let's get this yogurt out of this cup. I'll use a small spatula to do it. Let's see. Come on, yogurt. Nice, coming right out of there. Perfect. Love it when things run smoothly. In the kitchen, especially. It's so stressful when things just aren't going your way, aren't cooperating. Let's see what the poll is showing. It looks like Oscar Mayer is the Mandela effect that has the most votes right now. But I also think I listed that first. All right. So, yogurt is out of here. Yum, yum, yum. So good. And now I gotta do pumpkin puree. I'll do that next. So I gotta open this can. Rebecca is here. Hey Hannah, you know that's supposed to be sea salt. Ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about. Ellie said hi. Hard to figure YouTube out. Where are the viewers tonight? I feel like Wednesdays aren't as big as Mondays and Fridays, but doesn't matter who comes or who doesn't come. You just gotta stay consistent. It's also early too, though. Like if you think about time zones, like there's some people who are West Coast that are just getting off of work, maybe went to dinner. Also for my people overseas, you know, this is like the middle of the night for a lot of Europe. So people would not be watching at this hour. I think as I get later into the evening, it's better in terms of United States time zones because it's like the evening is well underway for workers. And then the later I get, like closer to midnight, then it's like not as early in the morning for people in the UK and mainland Europe. That's my theory about viewers for live streams. I just have to plug in my computer. One sec, guys. All right, so we've got our lovely, luscious pumpkin puree. Look at that. I personally love making stuff with pumpkin and squash. So that's what it looks like. Definitely smells like the inside of a pumpkin. So I need to measure out 1 cup of this. What did the bride wear at the wedding? Traditional white full-length dress. Yes, very traditional, very beautiful, long train, white with some like sparkle in it. Very beautiful neckline, sleeveless. Yeah, it was so pretty. I loved her dress. All right, just scraping this off the lid. And now is the fun part. So let's get a half cup of this out, and then I'll do a second half to make it a full cup. Come on, pumpkin. Come on out of the can. Watch it all just come out at once. Hi, Sir Johnny of Bravo. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Just making some TEFF pumpkin pancakes. All right, so there's 1/2. That'll go in there. King Sammy, the trillionfold blesser, good to see you again. How are you? So there's 1/2 cup. Let's do one more to make it 1 full cup. I'm gonna double check. 1 cup of canned pumpkin puree. Oh, I just love it. Love, love, love pumpkin. I wasn't always a fan of pumpkin when I was a little kid. It kind of creeped me out as a food item, but it is just the best. I've grown to love it. Really fun to cook with too, cook and bake. All right, that's looking like just the right amount. The Morton's salt has glass in it. You need natural sea salt. Absolutely not. No, Morton's is great. Do you think a company like Morton's, which has been around since 1848, would still be in business if it had glass in it? No. Morton's is awesome. Let's get the last of this pumpkin out of here. And then the only thing I'll need for the wet ingredient mixture is some maple syrup. Thank you, King Hazy, Only Haze YouTube channel. A lot of people are probably napping because of the rain. That too. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict, but there's like some nights where you're like, oh my goodness, there's 1 million people watching this live stream. It just feels like the numbers are so high, and then other nights that are way quieter. But I'm not, like, my YouTube live schedule occurs regardless of what people are up to. So I'm gonna put this pumpkin puree away and use the other half for a different batch of TEFF pumpkin pancakes. How was the wedding party? Sir Johnny Bravo, it was very, very fun. I would say nothing too out of the ordinary happened. It was pretty traditional as far as weddings go. Wonderful time, knew so many people there, so I had really fun conversations, got to catch up with people. Oh my gosh, Cassidy is here, love to see you. I do enjoy your lives. I worked from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. all last week. Makes them hard to catch, yes. I mean, that's the thing is, yeah, it depends on viewers' schedule. Sometimes people are working like odd hours. I'm a rabbit, resting and eating, resting and eating. All right, maple syrup time. And I'm using maple syrup in place of honey because honey is not vegan. I also don't like honey. I've never liked the taste, so I'm using maple syrup instead. There's the wet ingredients right there. And I'm gonna whisk these together carefully. You guys, I definitely needed a bigger, I needed a bigger bowl for this. What was I thinking? Ooh, I'm already spilling. You know what? Let's transfer this over, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to whisk this without making a mess. So, oh man, spilled it a little bit. Here we go. Get the rest of it out of here. Did not get away with the small mixing bowl for the wet ingredients. Cassidy, I had a very fun trip. I loved the wedding and seeing my college friends who live in DC. Also, I toured the Naval Academy a couple days ago, right at the end of my trip. It was on Monday afternoon, and I absolutely loved it, you guys. It's such a cool place. I just think the Navy is so cool. So yes, thank you for asking, Cassidy. I appreciate it. All right, paper towel. Let's try this again, shall we? Antonio Salazar, hello. Good to see you. All right. All right, let's get this stirred together. I just think this has the coolest color. Guardame un chin, mi amor. Hello, Omar. Kylia Holy Cross is here. Hi, Kylia. Good to see you. And now I get to mix these together. Pour over the dry mixture and stir until just combined. So I'm gonna pour this really cool pumpkin liquid mixture into here and get it all mixed together. Hi, Larry Middleton. I had a wonderful trip. Thank you for asking. Really, really good time at the wedding. Got to see so many people that I haven't seen in a while. Really special to see them at such a big event. And yeah, got to see college friends in DC. I am glad that I got to take advantage of being out for my friend's wedding and also, you know, catch up with friends who I needed to see because it had been a while. It had been years. I hadn't seen one of my friends that I met up with since 2023 and the other one since 2022. So we were definitely due for like a good catch up with each friend. All right, mixing time. Antonio Salazar says, hey friend, love to see your happy self. I'm glad to be here, glad to be home safe. It was a really good trip. It was just the right amount of activity but downtime so that I could recover. I was definitely feeling a little bit burnt on Monday, but I was able, no, was it Monday or Sunday? Might have been Monday. But I was able to get some good sleep and yeah, kind of just make sure I got home with enough energy to go back to work today. What's cooking without the risk? Exactly, Ellen. It adds some excitement. I'm gonna grab my whisk here and whisk this together because there are some lumps, which is fine. It's pancake batter, so you'd expect lumps. All right, once I mix this together, it says, ladle a heaping tablespoon of the batter into a hot pan. Okay, I think I do more than a tablespoon, to be honest with you. And I do not like lumps in my pancake batter, so I will be stirring the heck out of this. Luckily, there's no gluten in these pancakes, so mixing them a lot will not toughen them up like you would get with wheat flour or other flours with gluten in them. Hi, Rudy. Was it an outside wedding? Yes, Cassidy, it was an outside wedding, but I think it was very well planned because the venue had really good outdoor space, but also indoor space. So in case of rain, they could just move it inside. It would be pretty stressful, honestly, to plan a wedding that was entirely outside, because if you get like thunderstorms and it's looking like it's gonna be terrible weather and there's no indoor space, that's just so stressful. But yeah, they lucked out and got really good weather for this wedding. Rich gave the Minnesota and squirrel and Hannah emojis. Let's see. Badger Wolf is here. Thank you, Tony. Cassie says the hotel rooms looked really nice. Sometimes I think hotel beds are more comfortable than my own. Yes, I was very happy with my hotel rooms. So I stayed in a Hilton Garden Inn in both locations. How weird, there's like a little baby like fly. I'm trying to think like how the heck did that thing get in here? Anyways, but yes, the hotel rooms were really good, Cassidy. All right, so back to the whisk. Get all the little chunks out of here. Joseph Hernandez, hello. Share life advice? I mean, I guess more like life lessons, which is, I guess that's kind of advice. I'm 31, so I feel like I still have many years to gain wisdom. I guess life lessons. Always, always, always follow your gut. I would say for me, that's like one of my, it might be my number one thing is always trust / always follow your gut. Because I feel like I think most people, maybe everyone, has really good intuition, but my intuition is so strong, and whenever I have gone against my gut feelings, I have always regretted it. I've always known intuitively like what I should have done or what choice I should have made, and I, for whatever reason, went against it. And I can look back and be like, yeah, I knew it. In my gut, I knew it, but I didn't listen. Thank you, Susanna. Jamie says, hey, Hannah, hope you're well. I am well. I'm making some pancakes. Lovely TEFF pancakes with some pumpkin in them. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, but this is what the batter is looking like. I think these are gonna be pretty liquidy. You're actually supposed to let them sit overnight, but you can also just cook them off as they are if you wish. So let me first put this pumpkin puree, what's left of it, into my fridge. If I can find a plastic bag. Eugene Russell is here. Hello, Eugene. Welcome home, Henna, says Martello Modifies. Thank you, Martello. Glad to see you as a member now. Badger Wolf says, I officiated my first wedding last month. I was nervous. It was like 80 people there. They put me in hotel and everything. Congratulations, Badger Wolf. That sounds really, I would be stressed. I mean, I would want to really do such a good job because it's obviously a very, very special occasion for everyone attending and especially the bride and groom. But congratulations on that. That's great. First one under your belt. I feel like the first one, if I was officiating weddings, my first ever wedding that I officiated, I would be so nervous for. And then once you get it under your belt, it would be less scary. I'm sure they had some amazing food at the wedding. Did they have any vegan for you? Yes, I had a vegan veggie risotto. It was very tasty. Very, very tasty. Double tap everyone. Let's show the algorithm who we are. Thank you, Cassidy. Yes, love to hear it. Love to see it. So, let me just clean up a little. Free from Life is here. Hello, Free from Life. Thanks for joining. And I'm gonna put all these dirty dishes in here. Just kind of like to let them soak a bit. All right, cool. I'm gonna put some stuff away and start cooking these pancakes. Hooray, hooray. So, done with this. Oh, I cannot wait to eat these, you guys. They sound so good. So what is your favorite Mandela effect? I'm gonna close the, oh my gosh, it's already been an hour, you guys, dang. I will close the poll and let you all know my favorite Mandela effect. Joshua was the one asking that. Hi, Freshly Wild, good to see you. Gianna Forever says the Knicks win. I don't even know who they were playing. So the poll results are here. Guess my favorite Mandela effect. Most votes went to Oscar Mayer / Oscar Mayer, which is insane to me. It's not that one though. The second most common choice was Fruit of the Loom cornucopia, and it is the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia. That's the correct answer. That one just blows my mind. I find it to be so frustrating because I'm like, I know I saw this freaking cornucopia and somehow now there's no cornucopia. Doesn't seem, it seems like such a conspiracy thing. Such an internet conspiracy phenomenon. Especially because so many people say that they know they saw the cornucopia. Joshua, that's my favorite one. Oh, Berenstein Bears. Yeah, the Berenstein Bears is, to me, that is so crazy. That it's not the EI spelling. Excuse me. All right, I'm gonna notch up the heat on my skillets. Or maybe not, they seem kind of hot already. We'll see. Okay. Let's get them on here. Oh, what should I use? Oh. Excuse me. Where did my third Coke go? Alright guys, I'm gonna pour these on my skillets and see how it goes. Thank you for the bless yous. Cassidy. Oh wait, no, I missed Sir Johnny Bravo. I bought a tin of pumpkin not knowing what to do with it, ending up making soup, never thought to use it to make pancakes. Honestly, me neither before I tried the pancake recipe in this book. And these pancakes are seriously so good. And you can see over here, they call them TEFF pumpkin pancakes with currants. I don't add currants or raisins. It's just a texture that I don't like in my pancakes. But yeah, I think it's genius to use pumpkin as an ingredient for pancakes. Cassie says, I don't know about you, but the older I get, it's always so nice to come home after taking a trip. Yes, Cassidy. I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, am I becoming like an old person, like an old curmudgeon-y person? Because I do like traveling and I love going on trips and vacations, but to me, it kind of starts to get old after like 3 or 4 days because my routine is terrible. I don't drink enough water. I don't sleep as good as I sleep in my own bed, even if it's a really nice hotel room. And it's kind of like I really like cooking for myself, and most hotel rooms don't have like a kitchenette where you can cook things yourself. So it's nice to get away, but the thing is, I also really, really enjoy my regular life, my routine, all the things I do day to day. And also living out of a suitcase kind of gets old after 3-4 days. So it's like I like short vacations, but it becomes kind of like a cumbersome thing after a while. And then also when you get home, you have to like do laundry, you have to unpack everything, put your suitcase away, get like readjusted to your schedule. So all to say, I do like taking vacations, taking time away, but I don't like to be away for that long because I don't know, it's like not restful in a way. Did you see Ronaldo's 14-year is on the under 15 Portuguese national team, so not just using his name. What? Your comment is confusing me, Yabba-dabba-doo. Is this a different player who's on the Portugal? Oh, his son, okay. Okay, I was like, what is going on? All right, we all along. I like something, I like spammin'. What else have you added in the batter? I'll tell you in just a second. I'm gonna put these pancakes on the skillets now. BRB, guys. All right, so timer. Oh, I just want to eat so many of these right now. Oh my gosh, Coffee is here. Hello, Coffee. Tony says, I'm glad you enjoyed the wedding. Thank you, Tony. Coffee says, hey, my friends. Hello, Tony. Good to have you here. Cassie saying hello to Coffee as well. Rich with the Cristiano emojis. I love it that everyone knows each other. Love to see it in my live streams. I need to, oh, Stella, you gave 5 more memberships. Thank you. I just turned away as you did that. Thank you, Stella. Joseph Paulantonio got a membership. Eric Ogren, Not So Mean, Steven Stacks, and Jonathan Glenn. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Stella. Excuse me. Oops. Sir Johnny Bravo said, I've had chocolate chip coffee pancakes before, really nice. Wow. I don't think I've ever had coffee as a flavor in my pancakes, but it sounds really, really nice. Coffee says, congratulations, new members, yay. Yes, amazing. I love having more members because it makes me like, it's extra motivation to like keep making the members only content. I was gonna, oh, Alexander is here. Schönen guten Tag, wie geht's dir? Es geht mir gut. Ich mache Pfannkuchen jetzt. What trivia question should I do? Oh goodness, maybe like savory snacks or, yeah, I could do that one. Luis Damiao is here from Portugal. Hello. Love that. I'll comment back at you. Luis, the homeland of Mr. Yes, vegane Pfannkuchen. Stimmt. Yes. All right, so what was I gonna say? Wasn't her first membership video the best ever? I put so much effort into that video and I'm very, very glad that you enjoyed it, Cassidy. Okay, I'm gonna do a new trivia question, which is, let's do like snacks. Guess my favorite savory snack. Is it, come on, emoji. Boy, there's so many good ones. Seaweed leaves, chips and salsa. Potato chips or popcorn. Let's see if you can get this one right, guys, because you did good with the first trivia question. Guess my favorite savory snack. The options are seaweed leaves, chips and salsa, potato chips, or popcorn. Cassidy, saw your comment. Sweet. Yes. Raisin bran for dessert. Wouldn't have that personally, but I know some people that love it. Hannah, how are you? And Rachel and TT the cat doing? We're doing well, Coffee. Thank you for asking. Luis Damio with the hearts. All right. Ooh, these pancakes are looking like they're getting cooked. So I gotta flip them if I can find my spatula. All right. Nice, okay. Just in the nick of time. Looking good, you guys. I'm so excited. Are you doing anything special, or are you doing any special Mother's Day video, Hannah? I don't have one planned, Cassidy, only because I have my wedding trip, my Annapolis, DC wedding trip vlog that I have to get posted. And there's a lot of like clips for that. I want to do a members only video this week. It's a little ambitious because it's already Wednesday night. So I don't have any videos planned for that. Oof, this poll is hard. With popcorn and potato chips, I guess it depends, but chips and salsa always hit no matter what. Yes, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping you guys would find this to be a challenging poll. Mr. Aw Dang is back. Good to see you. Jacob Manukian, hello. Hi, Johnny Theva. Jacob, okay, said hi. Johnny Theva, it was not my wedding. It was my childhood best friend's wedding. I was out in Maryland So the wedding took place just outside Annapolis, Maryland, and then I extended my trip beyond the weekend, and I was in Washington, D.C. the last couple of days. I flew home yesterday because I wanted to visit some of my college friends who live in Washington, D.C. Johnny says, so I still got a shot. Cassidy Johnson, how did your day go? Yes, Cassidy, how was your day? And happy Wednesday. I feel like Wednesdays are, I feel like they're like exciting because you know that you've got, if it's been a busy week, if it's been a hectic week, you've just got 2 days left until your weekend. My week is a little bit wonky because I was out of town. I've been on vacation since basically the end of the day last Thursday because I flew away Friday morning last week and then got back yesterday evening. Let's see what the people are saying on the poll. Chips and salsa's got the most. Then it's a tie between seaweed leaves and popcorn for second, and then potato chips in last, which actually kind of surprises me. Scott Whitebird, so you're saying there's a chance. I think that's from Dumb and Dumber. I'm not saying anything. Johnny is asking, where do you get your groceries from? Everywhere. So I order I would say most of my groceries I order from Target online. I also like to shop at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Cub Foods, Lund's, which is I think Cub and Lund's are only Minnesota chains. I could be wrong. Yeah, are there other ones here? I don't really go to Aldi that much. I don't know, I don't stick to just one. It's kind of all over the place. Thank you very much, Hannah, and happy Wednesday to you too, my friend. Thank you, Coffee. I went with chips and salsa, but popcorn was a close second. I so love both, yes. Let me be clear, you guys. All of the snacks that I listed in the poll, I absolutely love. I would happily, like if you set all of them in front of me, I would eat all of them because they're so delicious and I really like savory snacks, like salty foods. But there's one in particular that I love the most. Thank you, Jacob Manukian. Sorry for not saying Jacob right the first time. I'm glad that you love my videos, Jacob. More to come. Stay tuned. Hi, Pimp Martin. Thank you. Oh, I don't know how to say your name in English. Let me see if I can comment at you. Hope you're still here. Hello. How do you say your name in English? Because I believe that's Korean and I do not read any Korean. Jacob says so much. Pimp Martin, how are you? Johnny, I try to buy most of my groceries organic. It doesn't have to be 100%, but like the pumpkin, here one second, but like I can show you some examples of organic stuff that I like to buy. Here's one actually, I'll show you it closer in just a second, but this is chia seeds. All right, guys. Oh my gosh, the first two pancakes are done. They're looking very nice. Oh, I cannot wait to eat these. Nummy, nummy. And then I'm gonna go scoop a couple more scoops of this batter onto my skillets. All right, next batch. Boom. All right, so I think it was Johnny asking about organic foods. So yeah, I try to buy most of my stuff organic. So these are chia seeds, and you can see here at the top they're organic. I think my pumpkin spice, yep. So I used this pumpkin spice in my pancake batter that you just saw. So this is simply organic pumpkin spice. what else could I show you? Oh, here we go. I'm glad you asked because I have a bunch of food just sitting out. This is quinoa. This is raw, uncooked quinoa that I'm planning to make at some point this week. And this is the Target brand of Good and Gather. And I selected organic. You can just buy regular, but yeah, I would say most of the stuff I buy is organic, but definitely not all of it. It comes down to like, okay, like does every single bit of food I eat need to be organic? Probably not. So it's, you know, it's okay with me. All right, Kickin' with Tyler is here. Also, I just gotta get started eating these lovely pancakes. Who was the best man and did he make a traditional speech? Yes, Yabba Dabba Doo. The best man was a very close friend of the groom, my friend's husband. And he made basically his speech was about all the ways that my friend has like lifted, like made Jake a better person, like in the way he dresses himself and his behaviors and whatever. It was very like complimentary to the bride in the speech because it's like, well, my best friend has become like so good at this and so this and that. Because of the positive influence of the bride. So it was a very sweet and funny speech by the best man. Have you heard of the 20v1 dating game? Would you go if invited? LOL. I don't think I've heard of that. It sounds interesting though, your favorite Mexican. Don't know if I would go. Jacob, I don't have kids. Could 100 Hannahs take on one gorilla? Yes. Yes. Not sure about, like, definitely not one, and even 3. Maybe, I would say, like, oh, it's tough. It depends on the size of the gorilla. If it's, like, a fully gigantic grown gorilla that's really aggressive, then I think you would need at least... I feel like 5 isn't even enough. I was gonna say 5, but I feel like it's closer to 10, just because it's like the strength and the size and like gorillas are crazy. It's terrifying to think about having to fight one. Sorry, I am now behind on comments, which is a good thing. It means people are commenting. Johnny is asking, how can I start a healthy lifestyle journey? I'm a type 2 diabetic, feel tired all the time. Okay. 1 second, let me just flip the pancakes. 1 second, hold that thought, Johnny. One second, or 10. Timer. Great. Okay, so Johnny is asking, how can I start a healthy lifestyle journey? I'm going to preface my response by saying I am not like a healthcare professional. I'm not a nutritionist, not a dietitian. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, like my thoughts on like if this were a situation, how would I address it if I were in your shoes? I would say I mean, type 2, so that tells me that, like, you developed this, diabetes. One thing I try to do is, like, I just try to cut out as much sugar and processed grains as I possibly can in my diet. As a rule, I treat processed grains like wheat flour, brown rice flour, anything that's highly processed and gonna be like a carbo bomb in your gut. I treat all of that like dessert. I stay away from breads. I try not to eat a lot of sandwiches. I'll eat things here and there that are processed, of course. But in terms of just things that are like high sugar bomb foods, high glycemic index is what it's called. I just really try to reduce those and just eat like whole, like for example, like for lunch today, I had like a bunch of roasted veggies, roasted Brussels sprouts, roasted mushrooms, roasted carrots. I had some veggie burgers made out of mushrooms and kale and sunflower seeds. So yeah, I feel like whole foods and mostly plants is what I would do. And then it doesn't even have to be intense working out. But I would say just try to go on like a 20-minute walk. Like just pull up Spotify or your YouTube, whatever app you have on your phone, and like listen to music or like pick a podcast episode that you want to listen to, and then just like go for a quick walk around your neighborhood. You could drive to a park. Just simple things every single day will add up over a long time. It doesn't have to be like high intensity, going hardcore for 3 hours at the gym, lifting 500 pounds. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy. In my opinion, I feel like it's just the little things that add up over time. Bloodsport66, hello, hope you're doing well. How was the wedding? It was so much fun, Bloodsport66. Stay tuned. I am currently editing the vlog that I will post next Monday for everyone to see of my wedding trip and just my vacation out in Annapolis and DC. I'm gonna post it early for members though, so members, you will have early access to this video. Rated Frog, I saw you join. So good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Rated Frog is 100% getting the poll today. Looks like you picked popcorn based on your emoji. Coffee says, take notes, please. Hannah is so very talented and wonderful. Thanks, Coffee. Cassidy, you said, sitting around the fireplace with popcorn is so nice during the winter months. I love slow winter days. Yes, Cassidy. I mean, there's things I love about all the seasons. Like right now, I'm starting to get this like, it's like almost butterflies, but like it's this excitement as summer is coming, like it's very soon. It's like this euphoria. Already things are starting to feel frantic though. I can feel people being like, we need to schedule this, we need to go here, we need to go to this art fair, we need to go up to the cabin, we need to go, and I'm like, oh my God, it's begun. Like the Minnesota summer experience it's very fun, but it's also very fast and very hectic because so much of our year is spent in, you know, snow, cold, winter months. And then once it's finally beautiful out and it's 70 degrees, 80 degrees, like today was like 72 degrees and sunny and beautiful. It's like suddenly everyone wants to be like out at all of the patios, all the rooftop bars, all the restaurants, all the museums, all the art fairs, all the festivals, all the everything. And you're just like, oh my God, this is suddenly everybody all out at once. Which I don't mind, but it starts to feel kind of just like you're in the zombie horde of a bajillion people. So I love it, but I also, the slow pace of winter where it's just like people are inside, they're staying cozy, it's very scenic from indoors. I love that vibe too. I can't say which one I like more, because in the wintertime, I'm like, okay, I'm freezing. I would like to just be warm some of the time. But in the wintertime or in the summertime, it can kind of get to be like, this is kind of a lot going on. This is so much activity and so much like chaos almost that slower days are very appealing. Also, I need to grab the pancakes because I've been yapping so much that I have 2 more to eat. Beautiful. I need to get this covered. Trying to not let food sit out uncovered for too long. All right, sorry guys, now I'm suddenly behind on the comments. Apologies. Ashley, how are you? How are the triplets? Adrian says, damn, I want pancakes, I'm leaving. Sorry, Adrian. I love you, but you ain't messing with a gorilla. I mean, that's why I'm saying there would need to be 10 Hannahs, most likely. I picked popcorn for the poll question, says Tony. Still, chips and salsa is still winning, and it's not first either. It's the second option, which surprises me. Matt Acoustic, hello. Are you the one up in Minnesota I saw the other night? Yes, Matt Acoustic, if you're still here. Yes, I am up in Minnesota. That is me. Let me comment at you. I have the perfect emoji. Okay, member emoji. I like being obnoxious with the members only emojis. Type no pepper, just salt on my popcorn. Oh, I see what you're saying, coffee. No sugar, no processed grains. Yep. OAO is here. Coffee says BRB. Tony says sounds delicious. Whole foods and healthy is much better. Yes. Matt Acoustic says lots of protein, veggies, some fruits, and a crap load of water. Yes, I have not had enough water tonight or today, but like I'm at about 6 cups, but I try to hit 8 to 10 cups. As a rule, I chug water like my life depends on it. It's just like, just chug, 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 chug. Try to drink as much as I possibly can because it is so good for you. Stay away from sodas and cardio, intended for 30 minutes a day. Maria is here. Hi, Maria. Good to see you. Johnny says, I truly appreciate your genuine advice. It's so practical and reasonable. I will do it. Best of luck, Johnny. And you're a subscriber. Thank you so much. Yes, I feel like it's the simple things that you can do every single day that build up over time and really just like that's what counts, is like if you can just be consistent with the simple little things every day. Maria, I'm making pancakes. That's not the plate of pancakes. I will show you 1 second. Oh my God, I'm so excited, you guys. Oh, I'm gonna eat every single one of these pancakes. Derek, I see that you sent a gift. Derek Brown sent a 100. Thank you. Oh, it's so cool. I love how it looks on mobile. Thank you so much. OAO, hello. Also, I want to show you my pancakes. Get them all arranged on here. Nice and pretty. Ta-da! Here are the lovely TEFF pancakes. So, finally, I get to eat my dinner. And also, look at how much batter is left. This recipe makes so many pancakes. So this is perfect if you're making breakfast for a large group of people. Oh my gosh, Derek Brown is sending all the flowers and the party hat emoji, or gifts, I should say. Thank you, Derek. I appreciate you. I hope RFK puts a hurt on the junk food business. Honestly, I want someone to really just get rid of it. Like, it is really frustrating how unhealthy the American food supply is. So anyone who's trying to make it better, I'm rooting for them. Coffee with the butterfly. Aha, sounds like win 3 seasons of winter and Yup, 3 seasons of winter and 1 summer. So true. OAO, yes, I am very happy to be home. I love being home. Hal Blake, thank you. I love these earrings too, and I got these for Christmas, and a lot of people loved them, so I just kept on wearing them. Ashley says the triplets are moving around tonight, hanging around my ribs. Ooh, all right. Boy, just can't imagine 3 little ones, like all within this space with everything else going on, like your ribs, your kidneys, your intestines, your liver, your heart, your lungs. I'm like, how does 1 baby fit here with everything else, let alone 3? Like, that's just incredible. Win Derek, yeah, I'm loving all these gifts that Derek is sending. Thank you. Those look yummy. Thank you. Hi, AD. So good to see you. Derek sent, I'm going to read all the different gifts that Derek sent. So I'm seeing a 100 and then another 100, a party hat, a flower, party hat, and a sundae. I did not know that sundaes were a gift you could send. Ashley is saying, Hannah, you're getting me hungry again. I know. It happens when I cook. I'm hungry. I think I might throw a couple more scoops of this pancake batter onto the skillets just to keep making them while I talk with you. So go. BRB, guys. Just gotta get these on here. There's something I find so satisfying about making pancakes. I don't know about you guys, but I love the process. Timer. And I have a little bit of this vegan plant butter that I'll be spreading over these pancakes. I don't know about, I kind of want to keep sugar to a minimum. I'm trying to really cut back on it. So we'll see how much of the, how much of this maple syrup I want to throw on. Becca Boo, thank you so much. Thank you. I like this hairstyle. It's an easy one, and I wear my hair like this for work. I work in a more formal office setting. Like when I go in, I do work remote, but the days that I go in, I do dress more formally. Is that a Be Kind heart on your fridge? No. This is actually a I Heart Public Health magnet that I got from the American Public Health Association conference that I went to a couple of years ago. I study public health. I have a master's degree in public health. So I figured I could just put that cute magnet on my fridge. Coffee with the Hannah and Bronco emojis. Derek, I saw you. Jacob loves cooking. I have to ask, what did you end up eating at the wedding? I assume it wasn't a vegan menu. So you could put in your meal preference, like your meal choice, when you RSVP'd on the wedding website. And they had a place to select your dietary restrictions and then select options based on that. So I had a vegan veggie risotto. It had peas, asparagus, pepper, I think maybe some squash. It was really tasty. Yes, Coffee is saying Ashley will be busy with the triplets. Yes. Making pancakes is so satisfying, isn't it? I love the process of making pancakes. I've loved it ever since I made my first pancakes. So I'm gonna grab a butter knife, lovely little butter knife, and scoop out the last little bit of this vegan plant butter I've got. Let's start with this one. Just need a knife to eat with. Where did I put? Got one left. Perfect. Small Kings, hello. Ashley says, I can't wait till next week. I might be able to get off bed rest. How long have you been on bed rest, Ashley? Metacoustic says, nice. I work with the APHA. No way. That's awesome, Metacoustic. I don't think I've ever had someone mention that they have a connection to APHA in my chat ever. AD says hi to Coffee. Yes, Drac, maybe it's Drake. Glad the itch cleared up. Yeah, for some reason my nose was just on fire on Monday night and it was torture. I rewatched, like I was playing back the live stream recording from Monday and I was just like, oh my God, I'm literally just like wiping my nose and itching my nose the whole time. David Macron, pancake. Yes, I'm loving these pancakes. Becca is back. David is hungry. Coffee says, congratulations to Ashley in advance of her triplets. Hi, Brandon, Urizar, hello, hello. Kloss21, hello, how you doing? Manuela Road Lopez, it seems delicious. I love these pancakes. I think they're delicious. They pack a lot of flavor without being loaded with sugar or processed grains. processed flour. Thank you, Becca, for the sub. Floor Slayer, no, these are pancakes. These are pancakes made with TEFF flour, which is really high in protein and nutrients. Not your typical pancakes though. They're a lot darker brown because of the TEFF. So Ashley's been on bed rest for just over a month. What are your favorite 3 spices? Ones you could not live without. I would say my 3 top spices are, oh, it's hard to imagine life without cinnamon. Is garlic isn't really a spice, it's like an herb. Berbere, which is Ethiopian, that's my background. And I don't even know about, I like curry, but I'm trying to think of all the spices that I love. Cinnamon, berbere, I'm gonna take a quick look and see. Oh, maybe ginger. Ginger is so beautiful. Cinnamon, cumin, and paprika for me. Oh, Rich, thank you so much. I just got a notification that Rich gave a super thanks on one of my shorts that I posted today. Thank you so much, Rich. You're very, very generous. The No Name Household is here. Hello. Oh, I gotta flip these pancakes. I totally forgot about them. Whoops. Whoopsies. They're okay though. I'm back, y'all. That's why Hannah looks so amazing. Eating healthy. I try my best. It's not 100% healthy, but it's like the day-to-day. Like, you know, most of your life, 99% of your life, I feel like it's just the day-to-day grind, the day-to-day routine. If you can just really hit your marks and stay healthy and eat like good food and just do the basics of like drink a lot of water, get enough sleep, eat whole foods that are mostly plants and free of sugars and fat, like fried foods, and just exercise for even 20 minutes a day, I feel like you're setting yourself up for success. Salt, pepper, and paprika. Smoked paprika, yes. My middle name is Maud, LOL, says Coffee. Oh, Yaman Tube with Amharic in here. Hello. Greenleaf Music, hello. Rich is saying you're welcome with the Minnesota and Hannah and squirrel emojis. Members emojis, thank you. Thank you, Matt Acoustic. I just try to be like, even on the mundane, boring days where it's just like, okay, it's an average day. I got nothing super exciting going on except go to work, come home, cook some food, and do something. It's like you can still, like every day is an opportunity to eat something good, be active, you know, read a book, do a puzzle. Like you can improve somehow every single day. Jade is asking, what food do you have? So, these are TEFF flour pancakes. And TEFF is a grain that comes from Ethiopia. I'm Ethiopian. This is the TEFF flour that I used from the Bob's Red Mill brand. I love this stuff so much. And I used the recipe from this wonderful cookbook. I'm a runner And I got this as a gift. It's called Run Fast, Eat Slow. It's written by 2 elite collegiate runners. One, I believe, is an Olympian. She's won like the New York City Marathon. And so they published recipes that they really enjoyed as runners. And this is the recipe of pancakes that I made. So of course this is like the glamorous cookbook picture of them. And then you can see the title is TEFF Pumpkin Pancakes with Currants. I didn't add currants to mine. Currants are similar to raisins. I just prefer pancakes. I'll put like chocolate chips in them if I'm feeling like a sweet treat, or blueberries. That's another thing I love to add to my pancakes. But these ones are just like plain, no add-in pancakes. Mad Acoustic says, push on through. I do it with workouts. Consistency is key. Consistency is key, yes. Consistency is the name of the game. Like it's crazy. Like you can start off sucking. Like a great example of this, why consistency is like, that's the secret sauce, but it's not even like a secret. It's just, you just show up every day. There's this insanely talented jump roper who does content on YouTube and TikTok. And I mean, she's like crazy, like doing all these crazy jump rope moves, but she started doing jump rope like as a total beginner, I think around like 2020 COVID era. And she documented her journey of like just I don't know how often she trains. I'm guessing it's every day or almost every day, but she documented her journey from brand new, starting out with jump rope, and she just stayed with it for 5 years. And it's crazy to see like how good she got by sticking with jump rope for 5 years straight. Because now, I mean, she's got bajillions of views on social media. I think of her as like a pro. She's incredible. So yes, consistency is really like the heart of anything. Thank you. I'm coffee with the squirrel emoji. Thank you, David Macron. Love your earrings. Thank you, Jade. I love them too. I wear them on all my live streams. Coffee with the pancake emoji. Bob's Red Mill rocks. Yes, Mad Acoustic. I love Bob's Red Mill. Greenleaf Music says, yum. Herbs as herbs. Accents are funny. Yes. Yabba dabba do you say herbs? Because I've watched like British movies or things with British actors and they say herbs. And I'm like, it's interesting to hear, but we don't say the H, we just say herbs. I saw a super chat from nice, from Rich. Oh man, love this. You veteran. Oops, I was gonna say ha ha ha, love this. Very funny. I wonder if I don't know if I can do members only emojis in the reply. But I appreciate you, Rich. What's your channel about? Don't burn your pancakes. Yes, David, I did hear the timer go off. So, this one, oh, I don't want to put it on my eating plate. I'm gonna have to put it somewhere else. Where to put this? I'll just make a separate stack of pancakes off to the side. Yeah, this one got not burned, but it's smelling a little bit like, you know, dark. Got to it just in time. Thank you, David. All right, let me actually just stand here and eat, okay? Ashley is saying, Hannah, I could do about a dozen pancakes. Well, you are eating for 4, your triplets and yourself, so that makes sense. So let's put butter on this one and go for pancake number 2. Oh, these are so good. I'm just gonna be eating pancakes all night and I don't even care. Mein Haus ist Name mit ein Eichhörnchen. James Robinson, yes, these are dinner pancakes. I mean breakfast for dinner. That's what this is. AD says, I've got banana bread bars I made last night, dense and chewy since I didn't use a lot of gluten-free flour, sweetened with monk fruit sugar. Don't you just love the alternative things you can add? I find that cinnamon is something I can add to a recipe, whether it's food or a beverage, and like the cinnamon flavor. I've put it into my oatmeal and it makes it taste sweeter. I just associate cinnamon with sweetness. How to enter the zone. Hello, Ayato. I took my blood pressure from 139/89 to 119/79. Nice. Well done, you, Mad Acoustic. That's a blessing, Mad Acoustic says coffee. How you prep the TEFF pancakes. I actually have a recipe video on my channel you can check out, Yaman. But I was following a recipe from a cookbook I have here. From this cookbook. The recipe is in here. So there's the photo, and then here's the recipe page, and there's a lot of ingredients. I won't read all of them, but you can watch my recipe video featuring this recipe, or you can replay this live stream and see which ingredients I used. Coffee said hi. Minotri has a question. Cassidy said, lol, Green Day. AD says, I think I was skipped again. I don't think so. I read your comment about your banana bread bars. If that's the one you're talking about. You're going to be a big bag in 2026. FBA 1, my sister. So she's kind of like my... she's like my Gen Z teacher. I think she's technically a millennial by birth year, but in my head she's very Gen Z. Like I'm very much like in my head I'm millennial and she's Gen Z, even though we're only 18 months apart. She is more, I feel like she just is way more in tune with all the Gen Z phrases, and so her newest one that she taught me was big bag. Which is just, it's funny. I'm like, okay, I get it. I guess it makes sense. Where can I get that cookbook, David? I'm pretty sure you could get it on Amazon. If you just go to Google or any internet search engine, type in Run Fast, Eat Slow. I'll show it to you again. There's probably tons of online sellers where you could find this book. It's called Run Fast, Eat Slow, . And it's so good. Hannah, your butter knife almost looks like the butter knife on the Disney Wish. On the Disney Wish. I don't know what that means. The Disney Wish. Chaka, your little brother wants one of my pancakes. Sadly, food sharing through the internet, food sharing through a screen is not possible yet. Johnny Theva, I am 31 years old. Closer to 32 now. Coffee says BRB. Gen X is the real deal. Gen X is so, it's hard, like as a millennial, I'm like, okay, in my life, there's like no Gen X's because my parents are boomers and my sister, who's younger, she sits right on the border of the Gen Z, like, birth year, like the first one. So in my head, I'm like, okay, my parents are boomers and my sister is a Gen Z. I'm a millennial. My grandparents are, they're like upper end of the boomers. Actually, no, I think my grandparents are a silent gen. Let me look up the birth years of silent gen because they don't seem like boomers to me. silent generation birth years. Born between 1928 and 1945. Oh yeah, 100%. My grandparents are, yeah. I'm trying to think, like, who would Gen X be? I have a couple of cousins who are decently older than me, like probably born in the mid to late 80s. But still, that seems like the upper level, the upper range of millennials. Yeah, millennials go back as far as 1980. So yeah, Gen Z, or Gen X, they're like of all the people in my life, they are the least represented because I struggle to think of people. It's like family, friends who have kids right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's a reach for me to think of the Gen X's in my life. I'm not trying to shade Gen X. For me, it's like the boomers are so like obvious and easy to recognize because it's like my parents and all my millennial friends' parents are boomers, and then Gen Zs are just all the kids who were like a few years younger than me in school. Come back soon, coffee, says AD. David says okay. Okay, I was like, shoot, did I put pancakes on there that I totally forgot? David says, look 21. People do think I'm in my 20s. Like, not everyone, but enough people have said in the comments in my live streams that I look like I'm in my 20s. And I will take that. I'm like, okay, if people think I'm a Gen Z, I'm like proud of myself because I am definitely not. I think anyone in their 20s now is pretty much a Gen Z. Because I am like, my birth year, I was born in 1993. That's like getting close to Gen Z. I think Gen Z started, 1995. So I'm like 2 years removed from the start of Gen Z. All right, so pineapple. I don't know what One Piece is. Mad Acoustic says, for what it's worth, I look about 15. Thank you, Sean J, for sending all the 100s. I appreciate you. Thank you. Donkey, a bear, says, I was born in 1979. I think that would make you officially a Gen X based on the birth years. Years younger than I actually am. No joke, I'm the epitome of what eating right, exercising, and doing it right can do. Maybe I'll start a channel. You should do it. I say this to everyone whenever I'm talking about YouTube and they're like, they want to know more. I'm like, just do YouTube. Everyone should do YouTube. It's so fun. Sure, some people might get a little freaked out about people judging them, laughing at them, not being good at video editing. Your first videos are gonna suck, but it's like, if you can just get past that and keep going and persist and be consistent, it is so worth it. Like, do YouTube, I'm telling you. Hello, Big Hosh. Glad to have you here. Same with you, Ergo Video Oasis. David says you look amazing. Thank you, David. I appreciate you. I don't know how to say your username. It looks like, oh, it's not showing up on my desktop. It's Joshua Jackson. It wasn't able to read the letters on my desktop. Joshua Jackson, I made some lovely TEFF pancakes. TEFF is a grain that comes from Ethiopia. I personally love it. It's just, I think it's better than regular flour. And it comes from this recipe book right here. Run Fast, Eat Slow. Wonderful recipe book if you're interested. Go get yourself a copy. My name is Totally Larry. Thank you for coming back. So glad to have you here. Thank you. I told you guys I'm just gonna be eating pancakes all night. I was thinking about what recipe I should make on this live stream. So, because I got back from vacation yesterday, and I was like, okay, like I need to go to the grocery store. I need to think about what to cook on this live. What am I feeling like? And I just was so craving these pancakes specifically. What's on your bucket list? Ooh, yappa dabba do. I have so many things on my bucket list. I'm gonna write some of them down. Actually, you know what I should do? I'm gonna close the poll, and I'll put that in the poll as the next question. Or maybe I'll save it for tomorrow. All right. Where can we get the where can we get the flour? Yaman Tube says had that question. You can buy the TEFF flour. Where you can get the flour? You can order it online on Amazon, on Target.com. Where else? Your local grocery store probably would have it. Thank you so much, Hannah. I'll see you next time. Take care and finish those pancakes. I will. Yes, thank you, Matt Acoustic. I'll be going live on Friday night, so hope to see you there. Big Haas says, just got back home an hour or so ago from a car show cruise night. Whoa. Ended early due to wind and cold front kicked in. Jeez. Remind me where you are, Big Haas 920. I'm surprised to hear that so late in the spring season. Yabba Dabba Doo was asking about my bucket list. My bucket list includes going to the Super Bowl, going to a FIFA World Cup final, writing a book series about my dad's life, doing a mega Italy trip, where I just spend weeks there traveling to like all parts of Italy. I really would like to be able to get all 3 splits in my lifetime. I'd be disappointed if I didn't. Those are the ones that come to mind, but I know I'm forgetting a few other ones. Big Haas is in Wisconsin. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. Well, I'm sorry that the event ended early. Car show cruise night. Dang, sounds like it would have been a really fun time. Big Haas 920 is in Wisconsin. Love it. I've been to Wisconsin more times than I can remember. Hi, True. Just eating some pancakes that I made earlier tonight. XX. Hello, Ola. Or no, hi, XX. You said Ola. I cannot wait to go to Italy. I plan to go on an epic vacation to Italy and spend weeks there traveling around. Food tour stream. I would love to do a live stream from a really cool place like Italy. Something very, like somewhere very scenic. So I'm adding more pancakes to my skillets. For those of you wondering, just getting here, I made TEFF pumpkin pancakes. There's still a ton of batter left, so I'm gonna put more on the skillets. All right, people. Timer. Oh. Manuela, I have never been to South America. Never. I've never been anywhere south of the United States. I've never been to Mexico, never been to any parts of the Caribbean or Central America, and no parts of South America. So I have a lot of traveling to do. You belong on the Food Network. Thank you, David. I do love Food Network. But I will say this. I think social media is actually overtaking traditional TV. So YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, all these social media platforms are becoming the new TV. All right, this is gonna be pancake number 4. Getting the last of my vegan butter out of the carton. We've been having up and down weather and cool and windy. It's a roller coaster mess, LOL. Have a few videos under my shorts of the car show I was at tonight, Foxview Lanes, Waukesha, Wisconsin. Heck yeah, love it. I'm gonna click on your channel and go check it out. Beat Bobby Flay, nice. Hi Swifty, 1989. Oh, cool. Big House 920. Very cool. S10 gets fancy lights. Wisconsin. Nice. I'm like looking at your shorts right now, Big House 920. Manuela is from Brazil. Beat Bobby Flay. Oh man, Bobby Flay intimidates me, you guys. He's so good. Hi, Haley Ross. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining. Swifty was from a long time ago. Well, I'm glad to have you back. I'm a Swifty as well. You probably remember me saying that. Swift is incredible. I'm wanting to know, you just know because she's Taylor Swift. She's currently working on something. Like she's working on her next album, she's writing a screenplay, she's directing something. She's plotting her next move. So it's just a matter of time before she drops some announcement. Haley, I'm making pancakes. Not any, well actually I am. I made a huge batch of pancake batter and now I'm cooking them on my stovetop. I can train your son in music and arithmetics. I have no son. Rocha. Donkey Bear says I'm waiting outside. Can you wish my, yeah, no. Let's see, Taylor Swift is so cool. I totally agree with you, Coffee. She is incredible. The woman is a machine. God, I wonder, I'm gonna guess that her net worth right now is like 1.4 billion. Let's see what it is in fact. Hello, how do you say your name? It looks like it's in Hebrew. I wanna be able to say your name. Come on, let me copy your name. Hello, how do you say your name in English? Hi, Reginald. What is up with these people? I know. It's the internet. You get very used to it. How do you cook that cake? Actually, Camilla, I gotta flip my pancakes on the oven. I'll flip one in front of you guys, actually. So this is the pancake on the skillet. I'm just getting it off the bottom. Dun da da da. Yay! Here's the second one. I don't know if I've ever flipped pancakes before on my stream video, but it's very simple, not too hard. Let's see. Yeah, appropriate and respectful comments only. Thank you, coffee. Let's finish this. Ooh, this delicious pancake. Hannah, do you eat cheese? No, David, I'm vegan, so vegans do not eat any animal products, including dairy, cheese, cream. Anything that originated from an animal, don't eat it. AVG, Average Karthik, hello, I remember you. Dark Gloom, hello Dark Gloom, I remember you. I am doing well. It was a really nice day. I got back from vacation yesterday, and it was early enough that I got back where I could do laundry, unpack, kind of just unwind, watch some TV. Actually, I don't like heading into work blind after I've come back from vacation, so I just quickly went through my emails just to see, like, okay, what were my coworkers, what were my teammates saying to each other, what were the emails I was copied on. And today was really great. It wasn't stressful at all. We're just getting started with a new project, which to me, it's like, I always find the beginning of projects to be really exciting. It's like, oh my God, we're gonna learn all this stuff. Like, it's kind of like the beginning of the semester in school or the beginning of a class where you're like super excited to learn about something and you're gonna just dig in. So yeah, it was a good day. Ronald Sequeira said hi. Coffee says you're welcome, Hannah. I was gonna ask you, Dark Gloom, how are you doing on this marvelous night? Cassidy says, Hannah, I'm trying, but still have a little ways to go in order to catch up with Taylor financially. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's loaded. So I said, I'm guessing that Taylor Swift is worth 1.4 billion. I think it's probably more than this. Taylor Swift net worth 2025. Let's do like May 2025. Woo! She's already well on her way to 2 billion. She is worth $1.6 billion. According to Forbes. Crazy. Yeah, I feel like she's gonna cross 2 billion by the end of this year. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine having like $1 billion? 1 billion is 1,000 millions. So it's not 200 millions, it's not 500 millions, it's not 900 millions, it's 1,000 millions. So think about your bank account with $1 million in it times 1,000. And she has more than that. Crazy. So crazy. Who did I miss? Rich with all of the members emojis. Love to see it always. David says, I understand. Pancakes are almost done. Charlie, I'm not cooking rotisserie chicken. I'm vegan, so I don't eat rotisserie chicken. Ronald Sequeira with all the emojis. Thank you, Barack Tartaner. Thank you, DoorDash. I like your username. Kevin Martinez. I'm having an unusual week because I was on vacation. I was like out east in Washington, D.C. and Maryland through yesterday. So I had a vacation weekend. I flew home yesterday. So this week I only have 3 days of work. Today, which was Wednesday, and then tomorrow and Friday. So it's a 3-day work week from me. It's been a really nice week because the first chunk of it was vacation. How about you, Kevin? DoorDash with the heart eye emojis. I can't tell if these musicians are making far more than previous ones or if it's just inflation. I would guess that they're making more than previous musicians just because, like, think about modern times, you're able to distribute your music via the internet, you know, download, streaming, Netflix, DVDs, CDs. It's shown in movie theaters, you know, you have smart devices. Like, basically, I think of like 21st century modern artists. They have all these channels that they're able to just sell their music on, whereas go back in time 50, 60 years, those artists could only sell their music on like a big old like physical record. Like, there was no digital streaming, there was no internet, there were no smartphones, there was no Spotify, there was no YouTube or anything. So I think it's just they're making more money now because they have like way more ways to sell their music and earn money and reach way more people, because everyone basically has a smartphone nowadays, whereas back in the day not everyone was able to play physical music on a record player. Nutella is not vegan, Jojo. Nope. It would be nice if Nutella was vegan, but last I checked, Nutella has some milk dairy component in it. Stack of pancakes for tomorrow. Just gonna keep this feast going. David says, Pancakes, Hannah. RBC is here. Hello, RBC. I feel like it's been a while since I saw you. Jojo is here. Hello. Yes, saw you. Persian Boy is back. Hi, Persian Boy. Thank you, Wolf Girl. These are my live stream earrings. I've decided to wear them on every single live stream. RBC says, OMG, finally I got some time to see you. I've been so busy. How's my beautiful angel doing? I'm doing well, RBC. I just got back from vacation yesterday. I don't know if you were on any of the live streams I went on the last couple times, but I was out in Washington, D.C. and Annapolis, Maryland for a wedding. It was my childhood best friend's wedding, and I flew out last Friday, and I got back here to Minneapolis yesterday afternoon. So it was a 5-day vacation, perfect amount of time. And I visited the Naval Academy in Maryland. It was incredible. Got to get dinner with 2 very good college friends who I hadn't seen for years. Each of them lives in Washington, D.C. So all around, just a really fun vacation. How about you, RBC? I feel like, yeah, I obviously know who you are, but I have not seen you in a long time. Much deserved vacation, yes, Kevin. It was nice to have kind of just like a physical, like different space. It's like hotel rooms, different people, just to kind of get away from the routine. It was a lot of fun. A cool 1 million would retire me here in the Midwest. I know, Cassidy, right? I know. When you think about just a fraction of her fortune, you know, 1/1000th of her fortune, which is over $1 million, because she's got 1.6 billion. Like 1 million in your, just sitting in your bank account, just chilling. That's a great amount of money. Kenda B is here. Hello. I do have other earrings, but I've decided I'm gonna stick with these as my live stream earrings so that people recognize me. Reginald says, that's true. I hadn't thought of the amount of people they can reach in modern times. Yeah, I mean, they're earning income from every last social media platform. Like, just if you think about Taylor Swift, she's like one of the top 10 followed people on Instagram in the whole world. So that right there, she's got millions and millions of followers. Instagram, she's earning a fortune. She has like 60 million subscribers on YouTube, so she's already earning a fortune from YouTube. Not to mention all of her tours, her Eras Tour, Reputation Tour, 1989 Tour, Fearless Tour, her records, her music videos, her guest appearances on all the late night shows like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. her merchandise, her, God, I'm trying to think of all the things that she's been in, like Capital One commercials. She's been in, she did a brand collab with Starbucks a few seasons back for like their summer drink or for their fall drinks. Yeah, it's like she has so many. Also her tour, like movies, like the Reputation tour movie and the Eras tour movie are all on Disney Plus. So she earns income from her tour movies being streamed on Disney Plus. And I mean, I'm sure I'm missing so many more other ways she's earning income. I mean, all the royalties, of course. It's like at her core, she's earning royalties from all the songs that she's written on all these albums. And then you add on top of it like all the advertisements, all the tour ticket sales, the merchandise, the fan clubs, the social media platforms, the books. I mean, I'm sure she has official tour books that she earns income from. It's pretty intense. It's crazy. Also, she has like tons of real estate. She has homes in all parts of the United States. She used to own a house in London. Yeah, she's got properties all over. Hi, Chris Phillips. Brought to you. David, thank you. And if you have $1 billion, you should escape the police's catch. Hi, Rai Mubashir Hussein. Hello, AJ. Oops. Let's see. Kendaby, new earrings would be a nice addition. I don't know. I kind of want to stick to the same thing. Like in terms of marketing and branding, it's always a good idea to have like something that people can recognize you by. And for me, it's hair, earrings, and apron that I try to keep consistent on my live streams. Oops, my chat is freezing a little bit. Foregone Gamer is here. Aludial, hello. Gabrielle Young. Jay is asking, how do you stay so skinny? I mean, I would say I've kept a very stable weight since college, like age, what, 19? I'm 31, almost 32 now, going on 32. And I would say just be active every day, even if it's a short walk, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep minimum, drink lots of water, and eat. I prefer to eat like vegan, mostly whole plants, some fruits, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and I really try to stay away from like highly processed, high in sugar and high in fat, like fried foods. I don't open Pokemon booster packs on here, allegedly, Brian. Kielbasa. I don't think I've ever had kielbasa, Jeffrey. Hi, one up top. Ak. I did just make pancakes, Gabrielle. Okay, hello. How are you? Okay. Thank you, David. I love this apron. It was a gift from my grandparents. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Rost. It's the healthy diet too. Yeah, I just try to eat whole foods as much as I can. Rhodium, yes, I do have breakfast cereal. Hello, Robert Arnson. Welcome back. Rhodium, I'll show you my favorite cereal. It's called Catalina Crunch. And what I love so much about this is it's 0 grams of sugar, 11 grams of protein, 9 grams of fiber. It is keto, it's gluten-free, non-GMO. It's also vegan, kosher, and it's made with pea protein, potato fiber, chicory root, tapioca flour, cocoa, baking soda. Like it's just, it tastes amazing, but it's also just like, it doesn't have added sugars. It's sweetened with monk fruit and stevia. So just, you know, the non-high calorie sugars, or sweeteners, I should say. Catalina Crunch is so good. Rhodium says that rocks. One Up Top Ak says all I eat is protein. Hi Red Heart 05. Ross says, why don't I come in? You're always eating. True. Ooh, that reminds me of the cereal I've got now. It's Maple Buckwheat Flakes by Arrowhead Mills. Ooh, I need to write this down. This sounds amazing. Arrowhead Mills. I'm gonna do some research. Arrowhead Mills. Alrighty, I'm gonna keep making these pancakes. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So for those of you just joining, I made some pancake batter. It's not totally used up. So I'm gonna ladle on some more of this pancake batter to just keep on cooking them. How are your allergies doing? Okay, I'm doing way better. I was really struggling in Washington, D.C., but I've got nothing like what those allergies were like a couple days ago. I don't know what happened, what it was that was driving me crazy. I've cut out all seed oils and highly processed foods. I cook in either beef tallow or olive oil. Nice One Up Top. Hi Domino 5747, pancakes for dinner. Welcome back to the Midwest. It's good to be back. I love the Midwest, Robert. BRB guys, one sec. 1 second, or a few. All right, getting to the bottom of this batch, guys. It's nice. And here's my lovely plate of extra pancakes that I'm probably gonna eat tomorrow. I might have like 1 or 2 more, we'll see. But for now, I should just focus on drinking some water because I'm a little behind for today. Drago Liub is here, member, hello, how are you? Back to the Future is not here tonight, at least I haven't seen them commenting, so I'm gonna say no, AD. I wanna put another poll question in there for you guys, but what should it be? Let me think. David has to get some sleep. Sounds good, David. Always great chatting with you. Tomiko show, hello. Do you like to do most of your shopping online, or do you still enjoy going to stores? I do almost everything online, Cassidy. I just like the in-person shopping has just, it's so dead to me. I feel like, yeah, I don't like going to stores. How about you, Cassidy? Ooh, maybe I could do something about DC, like favorite part of DC, because that's where I just was. This is not vodka. People always ask that. No name, this is water. Let me think. Favorite part of DC. I don't know. I actually really did not like living there. Poll question, your favorite vacation spot, favorite music genre, how many siblings you have. I feel like siblings is a pretty easy one. Favorite vacation spot, favorite music genre. Ooh. That's a good one. I was gonna say your favorite smell from Harry Potter for the poll question. Favorite smell from Harry Potter. I don't know what you mean by that, Tony. I'm thinking of doing favorite vacation spot. I could do like my favorite childhood vacation spot. That's a good one. And I will do let me think. Okay, I think I got it. I'm changing my mind. And now the timer is ringing at me. Favorite season, that's a good one, Robert. Oh, spell. Oh, favorite spell. Gotcha, Tony. Ooh, that's a good one too. I'm gonna write this down for Fridays. Favorite spell from HP. And the other one I liked was favorite season from Robert. Double tap the screen. Yeah, we can definitely get to 100 likes. I think so. Or holiday. Tony, or no, not Tony, it was Cassidy who said, I still do most of my grocery shopping at stores, but everything else mostly online. Yeah, I mean, just for time efficiency, I've figured out all the things that I can just order to be delivered to my home that are groceries, that are non-perishable. I mean, I don't do Instacart, but I just find, like on Target.com, I can order like, you know, this big old bag of the Target brand organic quinoa to cook. So I order quinoa. Basically think of like shelf stable pantry items. A lot of the like milk cartons that are fine until you open them and then you have to refrigerate them. Lentils, different snacks. My Catalina Crunch that I was showing you, I ordered that from Target that I set over there. Yeah, there's so much. I love how much stuff I can just get knocked out from ordering online. Yes, okay, I don't have any allergies right now. Robert is saying, yes, 100 likes for Hannah, please. Yes, we can get there. We can do it. Time to flip these pancakes. So big and beautiful. They definitely like to stick to the bottom of the pan. Come on, pancake. There we go. This one is usually a little bit easier. Yay! Woohoo! All right. Let's see. I'm gonna do, for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna say guess my favorite season weather. What's like I could do maybe like an umbrella with some, I don't know. Does that work? Weather. Yeah, like an umbrella and then like a tree. Guess my favorite season. And then I could do like, yeah, okay. I will do spring. Oh, sliding edge. Oh my gosh, it has been a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I love this. Yes. Patient Zero. I was looking for Patient Zero, how to stream it for free, and I was not able to find it, so I'm like, whatever, I'll watch it later. So I have not yet watched it, Sliding Edge, but I I will. Thank you for the reminder. Let me write that down. Patient 0. Also, Sliding Edge, how psyched are you for 28 Years Later coming next month? Like, I am so excited to go see 28 Years Later in a month. Poll question number 3 for the night is spring is guess my favorite season. Spring, summer, fall, or winter? That's not how you spell winter. Boom, there you go. Third poll question, last one of the night. Wanted to, but couldn't find free streaming. Well, definitely go watch it. Heck yeah, Tony, looks super delicious. The pancake is delicious looking. Thank you guys. Nice and brown, yes. That is how I try to get my pancakes to turn out. Spencer Montgomery, good to see you. Kaas is guessing spring. AD is guessing summer. Sliding Edge says, I'm rewatching 28 days, 28 months before seeing the next movie. Can't wait. Yes. I've rewatched 28, I think it's 28 days and then 28 weeks. And I've rewatched 28 weeks, the second one, multiple times. That one is so scary. But I need to watch the original one with Cillian Murphy. Tony guessed winter in the poll because I know you love the snow, although spring is nice too because Easter and the tulips. Cassie says, I better get this poll right. Big Bad Berry, thank you. Hope you're doing well. Question, what would you make to bring along to a Mother's Day shared lunch? Ooh, boy, that's a good question. Mother's Day lunch, shared lunch? Oh, I feel like I tend to go for like spring items like salads, sandwiches. That's such a good question. I mean, it depends on the kind of meal you want. If you want it to be more of a brunch, there's like mimosas and pancakes and scones and kind of like light bite stuff. But boy, I feel like there's so much you could do for Mother's Day. Sor Milo says, I can't wait for 28 Years Later. Yes, yes. It looks so scary. Yes, bake a cake for Mother's Day. I feel like a pie, like something with a lot of like fresh fruits is really nice in the springtime, which is when Mother's Day is. You could bake, I've seen, ooh, it's so pretty. People make focaccia bread or some other kind of bread where they actually use like veggies and, you know, leaves and herbs to make like a flower pattern on top of the bread, and it's so pretty. Yeah, I mean, there's like a zillion things you could do. I'm stealing some of this pancake. Superman Love, I don't think I saw you earlier in this chat, so hello. Good to see you. Mud cake and ice, great. Sanjay Verma, I'm doing well. Ooh, another one that's really nice for Mother's Day brunch is a quiche. So quiche is just like a pie. For those of you who don't know, it's like a pie, you know, it has like a baked pie crust, and then it's filled traditionally, if it's regular quiche, it has eggs with veggies and cheese and sometimes meats, like you can have like ham and cheese quiche. You can make a veggie quiche. I've made a vegan quiche with vegan eggs, but I would say quiche is a really nice go-to for Mother's Day brunch with some like fruits and some, I don't know, like something sweet maybe. Yeah, just light and springy, nothing that's like heavy stew, like hot winter food. Like a chili wouldn't feel right for Mother's Day. Yeah, something light. Sanjay wants breakfast. Hi, novelist. Hello, hello. Thank you, Sanjay. Two more pancakes for the pile. Does chili have beans? Yes, chili has many beans typically. Look at this growing stack of pancakes, guys. Oh, doesn't it look so good? I'm gonna save these. Well, I could not possibly eat all of these tonight, but I will be eating these for breakfast tomorrow. Alrighty, last couple of pancakes, guys. Timer. So let's see. I'm gonna get the last bit of this batter out of here. You're welcome, Sanjay. No problem. Looks like Summer is winning the poll right now with 27% of the votes. Heavenly Waterbug, hello. I'm making my very last TEFF pumpkin pancake. So I was making pancakes tonight. I'm just trying to get all the batter out of here, not waste food as much as I can. Bishop Bullwinkle, hi, sorry, I see Jackson first. Bishop is asking, how was your day? I've never had a vegan dish. What is something you would suggest for a first timer? Make black bean tacos. Super easy. Like, I'll write out what you should get from the grocery store as like an easy starter recipe. All right, that's it, guys. Very last pancake is in or on the skillet. All right, so Bishop Bullwinkle, let me get to your comment. Hope you're still here. Hi, Haley456. Almost 95. Yes, you guys. We can definitely make it to 100. We can do it. So Bishop Bullwinkle, I was going to respond to you. It's a very nice day. I recommend starting with easy black bean tacos. Just grab the following from your local grocery store. 1 can of seasoned black beans. Drain them before eating. Bishop, also grab 1 tomato, shredded lettuce, guacamole, and vegan cheese. Oh, and corn tortillas. Corn tortillas, 1 tomato to chop. All right. I was gonna get to someone else. Tony saying, I am very grateful I subscribed to your channel. Also, you're an amazing cook and baker, Hannah. Thank you, Tony. Trying to get better every time I cook or bake. Heavenly Waterbug making pancakes. Oh, Rich, you were saying you have 5:30 a.m. work tomorrow. Whew, and you have to wake up at 4:45. I mean, go get your sleep. Don't feel like you gotta stick around. I know that is like so early. 3 more likes. Oh, we're almost to 100. We need I think 1 more like, guys, to get to 100. Thank you, Sanjay. Oh, I think my timer went off, so I don't want to burn this very last pancake. How sad would that be? Nice. Got to it just in time, guys. We made it! Woohoo! We're at 102, I think. Thank you, guys. Micah is back. Tony says congratulations with 100 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. It was a slower night, but I figured we could get there because I was planning on being on here for quite at least 3 hours. Also, let me see what the poll is looking like. It's pretty split between all of them, actually. Summer has the most votes, 31%. Then it's tied between fall and winter, and then spring has the least with 21. Be sure to vote if you haven't yet. Vote in the poll. Try and guess my favorite season. Here in Minnesota, we get all 4 seasons, and they are all beautiful. But one is my absolute favorite. You can tell she has kids. Fun Pants 94. It may surprise you, but I don't have kids. I grew up around a lot of kids, though. Hi, Dragoliub. Good to see you again in the chat. I saw you commenting earlier this evening. I'm gonna flip the last pancake in here. Last pancake of the night, guys. Time to flip it. It's a little stuck, but I got it. Yay. So cute. I'm gonna nibble on one of these. I love just having a big old stack of pancakes nearby that you can just like break off like a little piece of bread. Starfire. I love the name, username, Starfire40. So the way that I do my hair, and I have it on my long list of to-dos, like to do a hair tutorial video, like people have asked, how do I style this? So I go like this, and I have my hair down, and I comb it down with water and conditioner, and then I pull it back and I tie it into a ponytail, and then I take the ponytail and I wrap it around and tie hair ties to keep it in place. That's the general summary of how I do my hairstyle. Sanjay says, I like you okay. Thanks. Hi, Azat. Do you ever eat candy or chips? Yes, I do eat both. Every so often, but I really try to keep it to a minimum because like I know I just know the way my body responds to like really unhealthy food, like really processed, high in sugar, like fatty and fried foods. My skin breaks out pretty quickly after I've eaten a lot of sugar or fried food. My cravings go all over the place where it's like I'll eat one bad thing, I'll eat one like highly sugary thing, and now suddenly I want to eat like 50, I have like the most intense craving to eat 50 more pieces of candy if I ate one. So yeah, it's like I'll have treats here and there, special occasion food, but very rarely caption. I eat it less and less as I get older because I know at this point how it makes me feel because I try to eat pretty healthy and clean most of the time. We have Lucy Navarro from Kansas City, Missouri. Love that. Starfire 40 says thank you. You're welcome, Starfire 40. I was gonna say go Chiefs for Lucy because she's from Kansas City. Yes, Micah, that's exactly what I thought of. Starfire was my favorite of the Teen Titans. Caption, wow, thanks. Oh, Ray. Though honestly, both of those are so terrifying. Like if I had to fight either 100 men or one gorilla, I feel like there's zero chance that I would win against 100 men. When you think of like, just picture yourself being surrounded in a circle of just 10 men, but then take that times 10. It's like I could not single-handedly defeat 100 men. If it was one man, maybe, but even two, I would just be like, this is rough. This is not gonna be great. One gorilla, I think it would depend. If it was hand to hand, I don't know how that would go. If I could have some kind of weapon, maybe, but both of them are pretty terrible odds. Ray, oh, who would win between the two? Okay, I've seen people talking about this on like TikTok. So like 100 men versus one gorilla. 100 men. Like it's ridiculous to think about one gorilla steamrolling. Like also humans are a lot smarter than gorillas. It's like we can talk with each other, we can be deceptive, we can come up with strategies in the moment. We have nonverbal cues like looking and winking and just, making eye contact. So it's like, I think 100 humans could come up with a way to take down a gorilla. It's like, I don't know, climb on top of it, squish it. I don't know, but it's like, there's no way one gorilla would just defeat 100 people. That seems pretty ridiculous. Also, your time alarm went off. Ooh, did it? Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you so much. You guys are saving my life. I would have forgotten these pancakes at the very end. How sad. I think this one is looking okay. It's a little dark, but it's not burned. Thank you so much. I got so wrapped up in the gorilla versus 100 men that I almost burned my pancakes. I saw one of my my all-time favorite influencer, Alex Hormozy, make a short about this. And I was like, why is he talking about 100 men and a gorilla? Like I wasn't tracking. And then now that you guys are bringing it up, I'm like, oh, it must be like one of those internet things. So yeah, I would totally bet on the 100 men. All right, I'm gonna get the last little bit of butter out of here. and just lathered onto the very top one. Doesn't matter if it sits with the butter on it overnight. I will eat it tomorrow. Look at that. Talk about little food waste. I like to really make the most of the groceries that I purchase because food waste is so not great. All right. Yay. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love this. Oh, don't these look great? I'm very happy with them. No, not you fighting the gorilla against 100 men. I know. I was like, what is this? These are terrible options. Well, it reminded me of the whole, there was like this feminist like trend on social media where women would say, I would rather be stuck in the woods with a bear than a man. So your question reminded me of that, where there was this, like, women were saying like, oh yeah, I would always choose to be stuck in the woods alone with just me and a bear versus me and a man. Which personally, it's like, I would never pick the bear. I would pick the man. I'm like, have you seen what bears do to people? It's terrifying. So that's, to bring it back to your question though, I was like, do I have to pick if I'm fighting? Like if I would be stuck with fighting 100 men or a gorilla? Because both are really bad odds of winning. And Gianna Forever is guessing winter. Ooh, I think winter overtook summer. Interesting. Caption says, wow, thanks. I was watching Teen Titans a few hours ago, says Micah. Left for a bit, but now I'm back. What are we talking about? Maria, we've been talking about what people on social media have been talking about, which is who would win, 100 men or one gorilla? For me, there would be some casualties for sure. Like some of the men would not make it. But I do think, like, if you have 100 men that can, like, team up and come up with a plan to take down a fully grown gorilla, the size of the massive group of humans, 100 men together, is way bigger and more powerful than one gorilla if they can, like, work together in some way. It would be very unfortunate to be, like, basically taking the blows or having to face the gorilla head on as like the group of guys. Oh, Jeremy. You're welcome, Jeremy. Oh my goodness, I've realized from spinal injury and this stream saved me. I'm glad to hear that the stream was positive for you. So thank you for letting me know, Jeremy. Hope you have a good recovery. Who would win between the two? Thanks, Ray. Little boy shoddy. Caption, I made these pancakes as like pancakes for my week. Like for the rest of this week, I am planning on eating these. I am so excited, you guys. I think they just I love the color on these. Yum, 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 pancake, says Micah. Victor Hugo says, hello, I'm from Brazil. Caption subbed. Thank you. Dragalube says, I love summer in Hawaii. Okay, summer is back in the lead in the poll. 29, ooh, it's dead even between summer and winter. Spring has gotten some more votes too. Okay. I'm gonna close this. Wow, you guys, I just hit 3 hours on this live stream. So I'm gonna give you 1 minute. If you haven't voted, I will set a timer so I won't drag this out. If you have not voted, try and guess. Luke is saying you're a winter gal. I will let you know in 1 minute. My timer is on my microwave right there. Super small. All right, Jeremy, I saw your comments. You are really fire, says Charles. Thank you. Snowstream, 100 heavyweight MMA guys can beat gorilla. They don't have to fight fair either. The gorilla isn't, LOL. Yeah, I'm thinking of like, it's not pretty. I mean, it would be gruesome, but it's like, I can think of like, I don't know. It's like, really? You think like one gorilla is just gonna like Hulk smash its way through 100 men? No. Like, humans are smart enough to like come up with ways to like evade and capture and trap it in some way. Nice, Nicole. Your winter gal. Sunil said hi. All right. Maria says, honestly, feel like you go back and forth with summer and spring for some reason. How tall is your refrigerator? My refrigerator is probably, so I'm 5'5" just about. Am I as tall as this? So this is probably like 5 feet 6 inches. Darshan, Calvin, who is here? All right, so I'm gonna end the poll. Looks like Summer pulled ahead in the end. Thank you for, I forget if it was Tony or if it was Robert who suggested this poll question. Who else? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. The Fifth Loco. All right. Poll results. Love this. Guess my favorite season. I do like them all, but there's one I love the most. 30% of people who voted guessed summer. It is not summer. Summer, I'll tell you how I rank my seasons at the end. It's not summer. 27% guessed winter, and it's not winter. 23% guessed spring, and it's not spring. 18% of you got it right. It is fall. I love the season of fall for so many reasons. So, I mean, my birthday is technically very end of summer, but I've always thought, so my birthday is September 13. I've always thought of my birthday as being a fall birthday. The autumn colors are unreal. And then you have all the autumn activities, autumn fall activities. There's going to apple orchards. There is the pumpkin spice latte / all the pumpkin spice stuff. There's like the spooky stuff. There's Halloween. There's haunted hay rides. There's going to a pumpkin patch, pumpkin carving. I love Halloween. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I always loved fall because it was the beginning of the school year, and I loved school. And then like the fashion of fall too. I feel like it's like warm autumn coats with scarves and boots and jeans, and the whole thing is just, I love fall so much. So fall is my favorite season of all time, #1 favorite season. And then I would say my second favorite season is a tie between winter and summer. It's a really tough call because they're so different, especially here in Minnesota. So yeah, hard to say. I can't really determine whether I like winter or summer more. And then spring, it's my least favorite season. It is beautiful, I enjoy it, but for someone living in Minnesota, spring is often just so muddy, so dirty, not the prettiest until you get toward the end when all of the flowers are blooming and the leaves are starting to come out on the trees. It's like the ugliness at the beginning of spring is just, it's like all the snow is melting, there's mud, it's raining. I really don't like rainy weather. I don't like being wet and cold outside. I would much rather have snow than rain because snow at least is dry. It's not just like getting your clothes soaked. But fall is my all-time fave, guys. Luke says fall would have been my second guess. Rich says yay. If you know, you know. Pull correct. Nice job, Rich. Bayliner says nice. LL cool. JJ said hi. Russell, yes, I mostly do cooking and baking on my YouTube channel. Fall is the best, Russell. DJ, the Mad Dog is here. Hello, DJ. Who did I miss? I saw your comment, Luke. Haley, I see you commenting. Hi, Alex M. Russell says, if food nourishes the body and art feeds the soul when you cook on camera, are you creating a meal, a memory, or a mirror of yourself? I guess I never thought of it that way. Are you creating a meal, a memory, or a mirror of yourself? I feel like it's kind of all three of those. It's a meal that I'm eating. It's a memory that is forever archived on the internet. And I am seeing a video mirror back image of myself. Jeffrey Isaac says, welcome back home. Thank you, Jeffrey. It's great to be back in Minnesota. Happy to be here. Persian Boy says, the best season in the world is winter. I love winter. I'm obsessed with winter, but in my opinion, you really cannot beat the beauty of autumn. Like just the most spectacular, it's like amazing that nature produces all of these colors, especially like in the trees. Like during the autumn, it goes from brown and red to orange, yellow, gold, green, dark green, and then it's like the withered, brown color at the end of the fall season. The full spectrum though of colors is incredible. Maria says, I've been wondering, what does your typical morning to night routine look like? I don't really have much of a morning routine, Maria, other than the basics. I think that most people would do in the morning. It's wake up, immediately like go to my bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, put in my contact lenses, get dressed for work, eat some food, and then if I'm working remotely, just log in and get straight to work. And if I'm not working remotely, then commute to work. So it's a pretty like efficient, like get up, get dressed, get ready, go to work. I know some people like to get up super early and have morning routines that are pretty extensive. For me, morning is the absolute worst time for me. I don't feel great in the mornings. I'm very groggy, I'm very slow. It takes me a while to kind of just get like fully awake and out of bed. So I don't really care to tack on a huge morning routine because I'm already just kind of tired. And then after work, it's usually go out for some kind of exercise or do yoga right after, and then come home and then film a YouTube video, post something, do a live stream, maybe run an errand or two. Yeah, and then night, like wind down is like turn off most of the lights in my home and then wash my face, put on serum and moisturizer, and brush my teeth, floss, and mouthwash. Calvin Koo, I saw you. Haley Ross has a birthday on October 29th. Almost Halloween birthday, Haley. DJ the Mad Dog says, yeah, me too. Allegedly, Brian, at what point during this stream do you open Pokemon booster packs? Never. Material Girl is a Virgo twin. Love it. You should make Dubai chocolate one day. I don't even know what that is. DJ the Mad Dog, I'm doing well. Jeffrey says, what? When are you coming back to Maryland? No plans, because I was literally just there. Dragoloop says, you are so sweet and honey that you are a feast for the eyes when I look at you. Thanks. Russell says, I came across your channel by chance. Glad I did. Big thumbs up, and you've got yourself a new subscriber. Thank you so much, Russell. I love it when people, for whatever reason, just like the content or enjoy the live streams and decide to sub. Thank you very much. Jeffrey says, I love mornings. Oh no. Hobo Clown Chew says, I like a quick cry in the shower before bed. JNJ Fangirl, thank you. Tony says, I just saw the 10-inch bread knife that's very big, and also the big boat. The big boat. 10-inch, oh, you're going back on my channel, I see. I was like, what are you talking about? But you're talking about like previous videos on my channel, yes. Persian Boy says, Hannah, with these earrings, you have become the most beautiful girl in Minnesota. Thank you. I will wear, like, my plan is to wear these at every single live stream just as something that people visually remember, or if they don't know me, it's like, oh, it's that one person I've seen maybe one time before with those red earrings. That's my plan for my live streams. Hi, Sergeant Kayla. No, long time no see. Russell says, is our greatest influence chosen by fate or forged through trials we survive? Either way, it shapes our path. Have a great night. I love that as a like food for thought comment. I do believe in fate to some degree. It's just, I do feel like there is guidance from the beyond that is like directing you. I've always felt that way. And I feel like I can sense when I am going in line with the direction that I'm feeling, versus and I guess you could call that intuition too. But it's like whenever I've kind of gone against what felt like the natural correct path, it's always ended poorly for me. So I very much believe in fate and guidance. But I also feel like there is a degree of like human, what's it called? Like not initiative, but you get to decide your path or decide what you want. So it is kind of, I don't know. I haven't quite landed there because it's such a big philosophical question. Sergeant Kayla says, okay, I go back into hiding. Okay. Dang, WLO, hello. Tony says yes. Okay. Are you missing the hotel room? Not really, Chip Broadhead. Like, I'm happy to be home. I really like traveling, but at a certain point, it's nice to be home, back in the routine, back in your, like, sleeping in your own bed. I'm a creature of habit, so I do like routine. Gabrielle Popa, hello again. Thank you. Happy week as well. Yes, Stone Papa Smurf, free will. That's the phrase I was looking for, free will. It's like, I feel like there's free will, but then I also feel like there is just like the hand of fate also like plays into life. That has always been like my sense of things. Oh, Maria, yeah, thank you for reminding me. So my oven is off, or my stovetop is off. There's no timer, so pancakes are done. Also, I saw Kirby join the chat. Hannah Banana made it back safe. Yes, I am here, back safe and sound in Minneapolis, Kirby. Hope you're having a good week. I keep thinking it's Monday and we just got off of our weekends, but that's because I was off the last couple days. Marie, okay, saw Maria's comment. Lord Poppy saying they're cute. Thank you. Thank you, Vex. I love these earrings too. Chip Broadhead, I had a very fun time at the wedding. It was a great weekend. Tony says, also I went back on a short. Would you make berry vegan cupcakes? Yeah. I mean, they sound great. I don't know if I've ever made berry vegan cupcakes. Thank you for the suggestion, Tony. Tony is smiling. Craven Moorhead, I don't give out relationship advice. I just feel like that's other people's territory. Maria, I would say I'm more of a homebody than, what would you call someone who's like the opposite of a homebody? Like a social butterfly, maybe? I mean, I don't mind getting out to things and like seeing people, going to parties, going to events, but I feel like it's just the calm, cozy vibe of home. It's like you can watch stuff, you can invite people over and cook for them. Like I don't mind like being around people, but I think it's just like the quiet, like the more quiet, chill vibe of being home. I prefer to like an arena full of thousands and thousands of people with like booming music or smoking or, you know, drinking. It's like that. I think that just wears on me pretty quickly, whereas it's more chill at home. Young grasshopper rich, says Kirby. Cute. Oh, still me is here. Amazing. Hi again. My cat likes your voice. She rubs on the phone. Oh my gosh. That's so sweet. I love picturing that still me. I've heard from my sister that her cat TT really enjoys watching my live streams and will like go into the room if my sister has turned on my live stream on her smart TV. Like TT will just like run into the living room and just like watch. It's so heartwarming, so sweet. Kirby is saying, thanks Tony Montana. Drago Liub, I have not been to Hawaii. No, I would love to go though. Yes, Chip Broadhead. You know, there's something not on your hand, a ring. If you're wondering about the trip I was just on, it was not my own wedding. It was my childhood best friend's wedding. So I was going there because I've known her for 20 years. Stone Papa Smurf says, I was really sick 2 months ago. After 2 weeks, I had a dream where an old woman told me I had a zinc deficiency. I started taking a zinc supplement and I started to feel better. I mean, I am a believer in like supernatural stuff. I believe in like the spirit world. I believe in ghosts. I believe in like just things beyond what we can see. So, I mean, I am not here to say that your story, like there would be some people who are like, well, you can't prove that. It's a dream. And I'm like, hey, there's a lot of stuff we can't explain. And I think that's very cool. Stone Papa Smurf. Hi, Gabrielle Popa. Tony says you're welcome. JR Phillips or Junior Phillips from Montreal. Beautiful. Would love to go one day. Helix, not Felix. I mean cupcake. Okay. Do you like squid and shrimp? I'm vegan, so I don't eat squid or shrimp. All right. Have you ever wanted to visit Gulf countries like Dubai, maybe even Saudi Arabia? I would say I don't gravitate toward that part of the world. However, I would love to see the holy city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia just for like human civilization, like major important. It's like visiting the Vatican, like visiting where the seat of Catholicism is for Catholics, or going to, you know, Jerusalem and visiting the holy sites there. So I would love, love, love to go to Mecca. And can you see the Kaaba? Maybe that's not what it's called, but it's like that big black thing, the Kaaba. That's what it is, not Kabul. Kaaba in Mecca. Al-Kaaba in Mecca. Like, the thing is, I don't know if non-Muslims can see it. Let's just Google this. Can non-Muslims visit the Kaaba? No. Oh, no. This is so sad. So I'm not Muslim. I don't have plans to become Muslim. I just asked Google, can non-Muslims visit the Kaaba? And it says no. Non-Muslims are prohibited from entering Mecca. So I would not even be allowed to go to Mecca. Oh, that's so sad. Because I would love to see it with my own eyes, but I don't have any like genuine reason or desire to convert. It's just, I'm happy with how I am. Dang, I'm so disappointed in that. So that's probably something I'll never get to see. Yeah, okay, so that is very sad. Evelyn Taylor is here. Adam Koslawi, hello. Have you ever had a paranormal or supernatural experience? I don't know. Honestly, truly, I don't think so. If anything, I feel like my gut intuition, it's like I've all of a sudden just had very strong feelings like don't go that way, or like it's like a very clear signal like ooh, like that, like avoid this at all costs, don't do this, make this choice. So I wouldn't say that's really like supernatural, but actually my sister has, and some of the women in my family have, where it's like jaw dropping, like so amazing. So no, I would say I really haven't. I've never ever felt like, you know, Sixth Sense, like I see dead people, that kind of stuff. No, I've really never felt like haunted or whatever. I feel like I've always just had like pretty chill juju my whole life, and that's how I want to keep it. Knocking on wood, just for good measure. But no, I would say I don't really have any history with like supernatural stuff. We've got Zavi Sleeve again. Hello. The ocean waves only crash against the rocks due to not being able to outshine your sweet smile, says Chip Broadhead. Doomslayer says, got that Riz. Hi, Omar, with more Spanish. I don't know, Bobby. Sweet dreams, Hannah, and everyone in the chat. I will see you in the next live stream, and I enjoy being here. Yes, I'm gonna get going as well. It's been 3 hours and 20 minutes, and it's just about 11, so I do want to get going because I gotta sleep. Stone Papa Smurf is saying, I've had intense lucid dreams that felt like out-of-body experiences. See, that's the thing. I've heard people describe these experiences, phenomenon, whatever, like lucid dreaming, out-of-body experiences, feeling like there was a ghost in their house or just something else. There was like some supernatural presence. And I have never, not once, had any of, it's funny because I feel like I'm so just like cut off in a way from any kind of paranormal stuff. Like I've just never in my 31 years of life ever felt any kind of like paranormal, supernatural interaction or activity happening in my life ever. But I'm fascinated to hear people's stories because there are people who have told me about certain things where they're people that I trust. They wouldn't be saying that kind of stuff for attention. They would have no reason to say it other than it's true. So I'm like, I believe you. I'm interested in hearing about what your experience was like. Tony says, don't forget to drink some more water. I know, I didn't quite get my 8 cups today. I'm getting about 6. Thank you, sweet Kai. I appreciate you being my biggest fan. Thank you, Drunken Chef Barbecue. Love that. Kai, the goat, says Kirby. Sweet. Evelyn Taylor still here, chill guy. Not really feeling a wild convo because I am about to head out, sign off, and go to sleep. Animal lover, hello. I'm an animal lover too. I'm just chatting on here. I made a big old stack of pancakes. Plenty to eat tomorrow. I already had about 4 or 5 tonight. So these are all gonna be tomorrow's breakfast and probably lunch as well. Hi Brian, good to see you. Hope you've been well. Kirby is saying his post always makes me laugh. Hannah, I know, it's very sweet. Kai is very sweet. Galen Mercado, hello Galen. Adrian says, I love the ever so respectful turn downs, lol. Not really feeling the crazy combo. Yeah, I'm like, it's 11 p.m. on a Wednesday. I gotta work tomorrow. Nope. I've been on here for 3 hours plus. I will pass on the crazy convo. All right, we've got more from Omar in Espanol. Evelyn has a question. Adrian is laughing. Yeah. All you can do is just politely decline and just move along to the next comment. I feel like I missed someone. Animal Lover says, I was also a chef, now resigned my job. Ooh, I'm interested in that. What made you resign? And also, what is your current job, or what did you move on to after you resigned? Chip Broadhead, 4th of July fireworks. Ooh, it's so crazy, you guys, but I'm already getting excited for the 4th of July. Because think about it, today is May 7, which means 4th of July is less than 2 months. That to me does not seem correct, but here we are, a week into May. Oh no, your fave Mexican has to be up in 5 hours. Go to sleep. Oh my gosh, go get some sleep, please. Chase Stoltz says hi. Where are you working? So I don't say like the name of my company. There's certain personal info that I just don't share on the internet, but I am a data analyst. Justin says, great pancakes. Thank you, Justin. Solamente voy a darle ese viaje solamente para el sol. All right, Adrian, it's like when I get pulled over. Officer, I respectfully decline that ticket. Yup. Evelyn is asking dog or cat, I think. I gotta go to bed, guys. I would go with dog. I'm more of a dog person. Dogs fit my personality and lifestyle more than a cat would. I want like an inside and outdoor pet, something I can bring along with me to parks, hiking trails, running paths. They travel easy in like a kennel. Whereas cats are they're more inside. I feel like it's typically not done where you go ramming around with your cat, like in the wilderness on a hike. So I'm gonna go with dog. Fun Ventura, hello. Galen Mercado, I was making pancakes tonight. That's why I have a stack of pancakes. And I will be eating these throughout this week as leftovers. They're so good. Me too, says Evelyn. Yo tengo visa. I am not talking about visas on here, Omar. I arrived late, but I missed you. Glad you're here, Fun Ventura. Adrian says, man, that contagious yawning thing even works through video. Yes, Adrian, this is crazy. Not only is it a visual thing for me, but even when I read the word yawn, like I feel like it often will trigger me to yawn. So I don't even need to see someone yawning. It's like reading the word makes me think of someone yawning, and then it triggers that same response. It's nuts. I always wondered the science behind that. LOL, I'm gonna search after this. Yes, I know. It's so weird how that works. Pet Rock Iguana. Or on the phone hearing it. Yep. All right. So I'm going to put in my usual reminder for all you people because it's now 11:02 and I really want to go to sleep because I can feel I'm a little bit behind on my sleep. I missed the pancake creation. Well, Fun Ventura, you can always play back this live stream recording. They post, I don't know if you probably know this, but it's like, you can watch the full replay over, so you can see me flipping these pancakes earlier in this chat. These are fun to make. Good night, Maria. Thanks for joining. I yawned again. Dang it, Hannah. Yep. I am sleepy. Rated Frog, you're still here. Love to see it. Thank you, Rated Frog. I'll see you next time, Friday night. I'll type my reminder right now. Reminder, I'll be going, how would I say it like this? My next live stream is this Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. So would love to see you there. And we can chat some more. Same to you, Adrian. Thank you so much. Good night, Kirby. Have a great evening. You too, Rich. Thank you again for you did a super chat, which was funny because you were asking about my channel, and then your super thanks on my YouTube short. Cece and Luna, yes, I can just feel I'm almost caught up on sleep, but I'm still just a tiny bit behind from my trip. Josu Gonzalez, yes, quickly. These are Jingle Bell earrings from Christmas. And I think that might be everybody. Chip Broadhead, at the wedding, did any frogs turn into a prince? Ooh, not that I saw. That would have been fun though. Galen, only midnight in the morning in the Philippines. 12:02 in the morning? Wait, it must be 12:02 noon. I don't know. But I'm gonna get going, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you all. Also, thank you. We made it well past 100 likes, but it was exciting to get to 100 tonight. I will see you all on Friday night at 8 p.m. Central. Bye, Omar, and bye, Cece, and Luna, and Kaas. Thank you so much. Great question, Chip. Yes, bye, Big Haas 920. Didn't realize you were still here, but see you on Friday. Thanks, everyone. It was another fun live stream. Talk to you later.